for you to stream it this time.
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened while I was live
That
today.
was the greatest freaking picture ever, though, when your stream died.
That was
I
weird.
really wish somebody would have memed it. I'm not good at.
Well, there is. You can meme it. It's right in our
Meme
VC.
whatever you want to meme, bro.
It's in our Discord chat for a reason.
You might wait to see how the session goes.
Yeah.
That's fair. And funny.
When your DM permanently steals your your hit points again.
To be fair, you allowed it to happen.
I don't want to take a punishment. The punishment probably would have been way worse.
The punishment was just bad luck.
This is coming from the guy that's now possessing a fucking mannequin.
You don't even have a body. Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm not in a mannequin's body. I still have my own body.
Yeah.
To be fair, I saved your girlfriend from death.
Girlfriend.
Which one?
Oh.
He's had quite a few women that he's
Yes, I've saved death
exactly?
from death. I've saved death from death.
I'm gonna have to ask you which one.
Yes. That's an entire extra episode just to talk about which girl he will be
Which is the
taking over.
romance of this
I
chapter.
know, if you ever need a filler arc, I'm down for like the match game Tim edition or something.
Oh my god, if we ever get sent to an alternate reality, I would love to be a part of that.
Oh yes, no, where you just do like the 3 different.
Oh no, no,
like-
as the person that originally made Toxic's Christian Mingle profile that he eventually met his wife on, yes, I need to be a part of this. That was part of my best man speech. It was made as a joke by me and another friend, and he was like, "Well, shit, man, I got we put money into it." So then he made the real profile and went on some more dates, and long story short, he met Mrs. Toxic. So I tell him that I take credit for 12% of his marriage.
12%. Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm waiting for him to. I'm waiting for him to chime in on this.
He's gone.
Basement.
Yeah, he has to shout across the whole basement, so we're just gonna wait.
Trying to decide what drink I want.
Rum. Problem solved. Now get back over
He
here.
said he was gonna already have a drink.
He said
credit
that.
For, I do take credit for 1.3% of his child that's on the way too.
What, are you Rumpelstiltskin just taking different percents of things he does?
Well, I mean, if I never made the Christian Mingle profile, he never would have met his wife, and then he wouldn't have gotten married, and then he never would have, got her pregnant. So.
That was the plan, to have a drink mixed. But when I went to go open the jar of simple syrup, I realized it had been in my fridge for too long, and something was growing on the top of the jar. So I just decided it was not a good idea to have an old fashioned, and I was going to
garnish
instead. Yeah,
I mean,
it's a mold garnish.
The garnish.
Hey, bro. Penicillin. Penicillin.
I have to go.
Wait, hold on.
Made
Toxic.
a huge mistake.
Make a what would that be? Would that be a survival check, please, sir?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you fail that survival check every time.
Yeah.
No, some people have somehow survived those.
Hey!
Much worse.
I got a 24 on my survival check right there, sir. And then my medicine check with that, I got a dirty 20. I just found another antibiotic.
So that's why I was across the basement, because I'm just having regular bourbon instead of an old fashioned. I'm a little annoyed because I made bourbon cubes. I had like all the ingredients ready. I even had the bourbon measured out, and I was like, nope, the simple syrup's not good. I don't have time to make more.
Ooh.
So,
So you just took it as a shot. You drank all the ingredients separately and individually.
No. I
No.
poured
Did you ever make chocolate milk when you were a kid by putting like the chocolate syrup in your mouth, and then you take a swig
Sure.
and you shake your head, right?
We
I've
have
never done that.
We have like organic like mocha syrup at work to make like really good mochas with, and I found that if you just use that and milk, you get the most bomb ass chocolate milk that I've ever come across.
Well, anyways, I was gonna say that Toxic just like twisted the orange peel in his mouth, shook the bitters on. Well, God, I don't need that clipped.
I mean, someone's gonna clip it. It's probably already clipped.
Don't worry, B will make sure to put it in the notes.
I'm gonna make a thumbnail out of that. I'm gonna make it a thumbnail for my stream. I'm gonna go back and find it.
Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna
Here you go.
clip
Ready?
that.
Hold on.
I'm
I'll
just
make
gonna
it better
make
for you. You ready for
I'm
this?
just gonna make it the thumbnail.
Here. Hold on. I'll make the.
Now
I'll
he
get the camera
wants it.
angle right.
Now he wants it.
I know. See, he didn't want it before.
No, but now he wants it.
Now he wants it.
No, if you're gonna do it, it's gonna be like I don't want it to be blurry.
No, he wants it too much. He wants it, everyone.
Oh dear Lord.
If that's not your 69 bits alert, then I'm gonna be very angry.
I should make it my 1-bit alert.
For $500, I'll be your chota boy.
Last
All right,
time
anyways.
we closed out Wonderland and the Suffering Game arc by collecting the bell and slaying Lydia and Edward, not without losing the body of our rogue Yi pretty much entirely. You have all your gear and stuff. You also had like a pair of like a, you know, sort of like elven leather armor or whatever that was like on the mannequin already, just something like fashionable, but yeah, you have your stuff. And a red robe appeared and aided in the final confrontation with Edward and Lydia. And afterwards, sorry?
Angus? Who's Angus?
Well,
Yes,
this is a
yeah.
quick recap.
Yeah. And refused to speak until afterwards. You gave up your stones of far speech and brought you back to his cave. Yi has been having these visions this whole time of strange places and events and just like cataclysmic sort of happenings that have never happened or he doesn't remember happening. And you have returned to this cave nearby Vertal with the Red Robe, who has entered into a vat and said, come out as an older Angus MacDonald. We're talking like, I think I said like early 20s Angus MacDonald rather than like the 9-year-old kid we have been seeing. He looks pretty different. I mean, notably different. A lifetime of experience of difference between that and a 9-year-old boy. But I think that with your experiences with him, you recognize him pretty easily. Yeah. Let's see. He has said that before the day is up that you're going to know everything, that we just need to get back onto the moon base, and that you just have to get him to trust you. That should be easy with the help of the coin, and we're going to see what is up. He just wants to get into a room with Lucretia so he can do a confrontation and like confront her for the things that she's been doing. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm missing.
We didn't know about that Lucretia part.
Yeah, we did. We absolutely
Did
did.
we? I don't remember him mentioning that part. When
It was part of his whole speech. He was like, we need to get back to the moon base because she's really screwing with stuff, and I need to confront her. And we were like trying to figure out like maybe what she was doing like towards the end of the session. But that was essentially that, I think, was the bulk of it.
Yeah,
okay. I don't remember that part. That's why.
He may not have specifically said that, but that is or was the intent. But this time we're going to open up on a little bit of layered narrative here. I got a story for you all. We see a wheat field on the outskirts of Vertal. It's about a decade ago. Long strands of wheat are blowing gently in the wind as a nearby family of elves are doing some farm work. Angus MacDonald falls from the sky and is dead before he hits the ground. From behind the wheat, a bright red apparition leaves the body. He takes a moment to collect himself, losing his composure for just a moment, but not enough to alert the nearby farm. He bends down, collects some blood from his fallen form, and then ventures away. It is a few months later now, and he's followed some leads to an auction run by a number of dark necromancers, warlocks, and sorcerers who deal in unsavory artifacts. He's hoping to find one of the grand relics here, maybe even loops, but he's unsuccessful in that regard. What he does find is a lot with several pods that, when fed a certain person's organic matter, can regrow a body within a few months. He decides to make the purchase since his old ways of revivification aren't particularly accessible anymore. The bidding war is fierce, but he comes out ahead. Feels a chill wind through him as he leaves with his prize. He's felt this a few times since his fall. She's found him again. He stayed outside in his lich form too long, too easily detectable, and now she knows his whereabouts. He finds a crypt to camp out in until the chill subsides. Soon, in his new body, she won't be able to find him anymore. He hopes. We see his lich form entering the chamber that you are all in right now. It is inhabited by a small band of nasty-looking goblins. He absolutely destroys them and goes to work on creating his chamber, warding it from magical detection, collecting his research on the relic's whereabouts, unloading the pod, and beginning the reformulation of his body. For months, while his body forms, he does not leave this cave. He works on his map, endlessly triangulated, and he's lonely. He misses his friends horribly, but he knows they wouldn't recognize him now. His only hope is to find Loop. With her help, he can take back the ship that brought him here. It's months later now, and Barry's... Nope. One second. No matter what it takes. Let me make sure that that's not the next spot, because I have some other excess stuff here.
We lost Buddha's pretty face.
We did. Is he still here? Okay. It's months later now, and Angus
I'm
is...
also here and figured it out.
Hello. Welcome.
Okay, cool.
It's months later now, and Angus, reconnoitering in the foothills around Verdansk, Fertal, searching endlessly for the location where Loop ended up. He's alive again. He's following instructions that he doesn't remember leaving for himself because he can't remember he's a lich. He's climbing particularly treacherous, craggy incline and loses his grip and falls and is dashed on the rocks below. His lich form sits up from his body and screams a curse. It would be months now, months of waiting, hiding, more time away from his family. We see this cycle a few more times, waiting, revivifying, obediently searching, dying, raging, hiding. But his lich form never gives up. His living form never fails to obey, even though he doesn't know who or what he's searching for. And then, a breakthrough. A small group of cultists found information regarding one of the artifacts, the Phoenix Fire Gauntlet. They didn't have its location, but they did have information as to how to find it, and they were searching hard in the woodlands outside of Vertale. So close. All he would have to do... He leaves himself a new command. Infiltrate the group, find the relic, no matter the cost. If the gauntlet is there, Loop has to be nearby. And while his body is more exhausted after it is reborn, it should be more than enough to deal with this. Until this group is attacked and he's slain in a rockfall. His rage, nearly insurmountable, was only overcome by one thing. The people that slayed him were his friends, Tim, Yi, and Korik. Somehow they had found him, but they didn't know it was him. And in his haste, he inhabited a body they had kidnapped. He planned to release this poor man when no one was looking, but couldn't miss this chance. Everything would be okay now. Only in his exhaustion, in his possession of the elf being incomplete, when the elf's rage mixing with his from the repeated deaths and endless cycles began to mix, he lost control yet again. Only this time, he leaned in just a bit too far. The last thing we see is Vertale, already a perfect circle of black glass, still warm. In the sky above, we see your sphere floating away up and into the bureau. His form rises with some effort up out of the glass, and he loses it for quite a moment. He was so close this time, close to the relic, close to his friends, close to Loop. Where was she? If they had the glove, why wasn't she with them? He couldn't do this alone anymore, and he knew it. He could not do this without his friends, even if they don't remember him, even if she vilified him. It would take some convincing and a whole lot of waiting, but relying on these people, on his family, was the only reason he was still here, half alive as he was. He sees no reason to stop believing in them now.
Wait, was Loop the guy that we thought we were saving from destroying that we?
Loop was the time travel that let us save the town the first time before Buddha says back 6 seconds.
Okay, got it.
Not a single thing of that is true. Loop is no one of those people.
Oh.
Okay.
I will say yes. Yep. You guys do not know who this is yet, but you've gotten a couple clues, some of which will all start to be puzzled together here shortly. So we find ourselves back in the cave, though. Angus has just dressed himself. He is looking around at the three of you a little nervously, and he says, I know I recognize you, but I'm not sure who you three are. Do you mind telling me how you found yourself in my cave here?
I step forward and feeling that I have a connection to Angus from our previous interactions, and I tell him, Angus, how do you not know who we are? You've known us for a little while now.
Tim is just gonna sit in the back because our last interaction was not great. I'm pretty sure I portal wanded a fireball back at him because he was trying to kill us.
Angus McDonald?
No, he was the detective kid originally.
And I fucking shot a fireball into the train car that he was in.
He was out of the train car. He was out.
No, I thought he was in, and it almost killed him.
You guys Plus, he doesn't
Angus remember any of this.
He definitely doesn't recognize you at the moment. Says there's a lot. My head is sort of swimming right now. What are your names?
I am Korik. This is Tim. And this is Bilbo Baggins over here, our mannequin.
I look upset because I had my own introduction I wanted to give him, and Korik just did it for me. So
you can still do it.
I just look at him and go, I am a sorcerer, and you may call me Tim.
Do you say that in this most pettiest version ever?
It's just like it's like from Monty Python. It's Tim the Enchanter guy. Same thing.
I have this strange feeling. I know the three of you from a long time ago, I guess. And he's cut off by the click of a record needle from the pocket of his pants. Actually, no, not from the pocket of his pants. I apologize. From your hands, Tim, you have the coin in your hands. The coin starts up from across the cave, I guess, so all attention is drawn towards you, Tim. And a voice message plays. It says, your name is Angus McDonald. You are afraid of bugs. Your favorite thing in the world is reading a Caleb Cleveland novel on a rainy night in front of a fire. You get sick when you eat too much wheat, and your father Gregor died when you were too young to know him. Your mom Marlena, she was soft. She had gray hair when you were born. and she was the most beautiful woman who ever lived. You remember them, and you should remember the people standing in front of you, but you've forgotten so much. Right now, you feel a loss in your chest, the loss of someone who's spent their entire life next to you, your other half, but you've forgotten who that is. Angus, I'm you, moments ago, and I know who that weight belongs to. I can help you remember it too. And the coin clicks off. Let's see. He says, huh. That sounds right. Okay. So what are we here to do?
Dance.
What are we here to do? I don't know that I remember. We're supposed to go back to the moon base, right?
Well,
Isn't that...
we're trying to get him to, like, I guess, first trust us more, because I feel like he's not just gonna go, hey, yeah, I trust you. He trusts the record because it feels familiar, but we may feel familiar in, but would you just follow somebody randomly into a ship?
Me? No. God, no.
You wouldn't? What? You guys are crazy.
Well,
Come on.
We're not white vanning this person into the new ship.
What if there's a sign that says free candy on the side?
What if we just beat his ass real quick? We'll bring him up to the moon base. We'll deal with it when we get up there. Just knock him out.
And then we'll go have a pint at the Winchester until all this blows over.
Yeah. No, not happening. That's how you instantly get killed by a lich.
The coin clicks back on. It says, now, the three of you, you're gonna be coming up against a lot of sort of new and old information. It's information you should have, but as you find it, as you see it, just try not to remember too fast. You don't want to lose yourself in the amount there is to discover. It will all make sense in due time. There's a room in Lucretia's office. That's where you need to get to.
Behind the painting.
I can't be seen there. Not like this. Lucretia had never seen me when I was younger. We had never gotten too close. That was her and Loop. I kind of kept my distance. But if you can get in there, then, take out the holy symbol. That's really what's stopping me from being able to get up there. Something's up there. Something's up there. Something major is keeping me from being able to be a part of this. If this body passes while up there, the lich form that comes out is going to be critically wounded by that holy symbol. So we need to take care of that holy symbol. Behind.
Do you know what it looks like?
I don't, but it is behind. It will be very clear, I think, when you're in there.
Does the recording reply to?
No,
like
fuck.
that?
It doesn't. It doesn't reply. Actually, sorry, it doesn't reply.
Okay. I was about to say, yo, he's good at guessing what
That's
we
awesome.
say.
That's awesome. No, you're right. He doesn't actually reply.
And somebody in my chat is saying that your voice volume is a little low. So you may want to turn your volume input up on your side. I have you completely turned up in Discord, so I don't think it's your volume relative to Discord.
Interesting. Okay.
That seems to happen a lot when M joins this chat. I've realized.
Hey, I'm just letting you know. I
No, I know.
I
I know you're letting him know.
But
I just think it's interesting how that happens a lot when he joins your chat.
I definitely have you turned all the way up.
Think it's
100%.
interesting as well. I mean, I know that you do. I just spend a lot of time editing my own voice and have my level set to a fucking T so that when I
think
record,
you sound immaculate.
I've just turned it up a little bit on a few different spots. So we'll go from there And I do appreciate them. I think that no matter what, as long as it's if it's happening somewhere, it's got to be happening. So I'm not like
if it happens, chat, tell us because we have M right in our ears, so we can kind of.
I can do something about fixing it.
He said it's better.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I was also going to say that like when I had the problem, it was probably because I was on mobile watching the stream. And I know like everything is a lot lower on mobile.
Interesting.
But you should still be able to hear the voice clearly. That's the thing. So if it was quiet, it was most likely just something needed a quick fix.
Maybe. But that's a good point as well. Something to look into. If it starts like happening randomly in the midst of it and you are on mobile, it could help. What I've noticed is that when problems start on mobile, to leave and come back. Well, no, you're not in Discord. You're watching so you can't leave and come back. Never mind. Ignore that note. That's nothing for no one.
You could close Twitch and reopen it.
I don't know that would fix it. Anyway,
Back to story.
Yeah. No, the coin doesn't respond because that would be absolutely absurd. If the coin
That'd be funny if he did reply.
Yeah, I would be truly blown away. But no, the insight is not here for Angus. Although if anyone could do it, let's be honest.
I know, I was about to say probably would be Angus.
I was gonna say if anybody could do it, it would be.
He does it for a little bit, and then he's like, "Okay, I can't keep doing this. That's as far as I could guess. Hope I was right." At some point, you guys are like, "That didn't make any sense. Why did you respond that way?" That's funny as fuck.
I just imagine it going, "Fuck you, Tim," during that part.
There is yes. The rest I think okay, let's see. To get back on it, the coin goes on to tell you that there is there's a detailed map on the desk with like information on the traps and the like, ways to avoid them that are beyond the director's like doorway in her office, right? There's a few traps in between there, but they have sent in, it seems like, a what do you call them? Lackey of some kind. Somehow they've gotten information in there and have the information on this traps.
So they have a secret agent style in there.
Yes, they did. Their secret agent got captured. So this is all the information they could receive. And I mean, with the Lich also, that it's not like they have someone on their team. It's that they can possess people, right? That's how they found out about this. What do you call it? The holy symbol. That's how they know it's down there, keeping them from being able to like actually manifest up here on the moon base.
All right. Do you know what it might look like, or can you give us any? Have you seen it? Do you know anybody that maybe you've been in contact with at the moon base that might have seen it, so we know what we're looking for?
Yeah, again, they're not. It's not a call and response conversation.
Yeah, Toxic. This is the recording telling us to go find it.
Got it.
Not him specifically. That's why.
Angus, what do you remember about anything?
Oh God. Does he remember? It's all sort of swimming. I remember being young and meeting you guys on a train. But that can't be right because I didn't grow up here, or did I?
That was us.
You did meet us on a train.
I can tell you right now, you did meet us on a train. That was us.
Things aren't making sense at the moment. I'm trying to grasp and put together what
Go lie down and get used to what's going on.
He does go lie down. Sure, yeah, there's a little bed in the corner. I said there's a bed. There's like a, like a old battered, ratted blanket. He nods. He says, yeah, my head's swimming a bit. And he goes and lies down.
And new bodies can get very confusing.
Yes. I think during the last of the coin conversation, it did tell you. I think I said even already at some point that you should take Angus with you, but can't be seen by Lucretia.
Right.
I look at the mannequin.
No, you're not putting him in my soul. Back away.
I just kind of shake my head a little bit and like, I mean, can you do your thing? Is he carrying anything on him? He's asleep now.
My thing. All I can do is very bad mind magic. Bippity boppity boo. You're now kangaroo.
So you don't have like +8 to sleight of hand anymore?
No, I only have the stats of whatever the wooden mannequin is.
All right, cool.
I did overhear. I do not know why. So did I send you a sheet? I did send you a sheet.
You did send me mannequin. We said I had my hold on. Let me.
You have your mental stats, but it looks like 10s in the physicals. Okay.
Yeah. I have my mental stats and that's it.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
That's what we said because I wouldn't have forgot stuff when I mentally, but it's more of I can't do it.
We're in this cave. I would like to look around, maybe do like a perception check and just kind of see if there's anything around here that could tell us anything that's going on with Angus.
More than what's just been told, I'm guessing.
21.
Yeah, because this would be uncommon for him, right? Like he would not normally feel this way, would he?
Who would not normally feel this way?
Angus, like he was way more normal the last time we met him, so something's obviously wrong with him. Right?
Well, it's because he switched into his new body. Don't forget.
You have only ever met 9-year-old Angus. You have never, story-wise, met 21-year-old Angus. We'll call him. So it seems like he's having trouble parsing what things he could be remembering from maybe his actual youth, right? And this fake youth that has been made while he has been here, right? Because this is not like that was not his real youth on the train.
Right.
So he's sort of having a trouble like parsing those sort of, just getting his brain to exactly. He's trying to like wrap around what is. I mean, it's all true. It's just like how it could possibly all be true, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure that he's going to be able to find that answer at the moment, because there's a lot that has been pulled out of everyone's sort of collective memory, as we have found out. Yes. I would encourage the three of you to, sort of game plan an idea on getting up into the bureau, finding a way into Lucretia's office, right? Because that's where this starts. It's not that you can't be there with her. It's not that you're being barred from there and you have to sneak. I just, I just would encourage you guys coming up with some idea of how we're approaching the moon base as a team. Mm-hmm. That Angus shouldn't be seen by the director. You don't know who else Angus shouldn't be seen by, but that was mostly by the director. He also told you that you don't have to worry about holding on to the bell. Like if they want to take the bell, you could give it to him because that's not what this is about at the moment. Right.
Right.
Did my perception check do anything about looking around the cave?
What did you roll? So sorry.
21.
A 21. What I will give you with this is nothing more out of the ordinary. Like, the amount of detail and investigation that Angus has gone through is like, I mean, as we said in the fun narrative bit in the beginning, he spent months inside of this cave. Like, this is a personal space to him at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely might find some, like, let's see.
Does it look like gamers like desktop sometimes, snack bags?
What
like
I'll
Mountain
give
Dew
you,
on
okay, actually, because I just basically, I think I've convinced myself by saying what I've said. What I'll give you is that you find oh boy, what do you find? You find a small, like, pocket notebook. It is worn and weathered. It is just sitting next to his bed, like, on, you can see, like, where it would be like a nightstand, quote unquote, right? There's like a little tray where he has a few different things, a candle, this worn book. And it is laying there. Let's see, the book, with your perception check, the cover is so worn and ragged and beaten that, I mean, whatever leather it once was is just barely held together by just a few stitches here and a little staple basically there, right? But you swear that those letters spell out to, what did they say? To my other half dash loop. Yeah, I don't know that that actually means anything to Korik at the moment. I don't know that the name loop means anything. Give me an insight check, because it could, actually. It could. There is a piece that has been missed, but was shared, so everyone does know it.
Nat 20 plus 10, 30?
Yes, it is a natural 20. You know how you know that name? It's because recently, last time you guys were on the moon base, your buddy had an issue with his personal training. It actually wasn't the last time. It was before the 11th hour. Your buddy had an issue with his personal training, which he was trying to get better at, like, long distance spell sniping, but his umbrella took over and carved into the wall the letters L-U-P. They carved into the wall the letters spelling Loop's name.
Oh shit. I kind of halfway nudged Toxic. Or sorry, Tim.
Oh, yeah. Didn't I see that writing on a wall somewhere else? While ago.
Oh, where did you see it? You saw something else that gave you the name Loop?
I could have swore yes.
Yeah.
In blood, right? I don't remember how many sessions ago it was. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I thought it was written in blood. And was it the temple in the Loop arc? Like, was it in the?
Was it on the photo?
Or was it on the photo of all the people that were in the
so
order?
In the chat, in my things, the only thing I have was, quote, Tim's umbrella was being a dick while training. It spelled out Loop on the wall.
Oh, that was it.
Oh, yeah. That was it.
That's what he just... So that's what he just talked about.
Oh, yeah. That was That was the connection I was just making for Korik, because he got his natural 20. And you guys did talk about that after it happened, so I think that's fair that he could remember that.
So should I tell him? Should I tell him about the thing with the umbrella? I don't know.
You already have, I think.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I let him do this insight check, is because I do think you already have told him about the thing with the umbrella.
So okay. I pick up the book and I want to look at, like, the first few pages, including the inside cover.
Damn, no secrets. Sacred against you.
Okay. This book Has been read. Give me an investigation check of this book.
9. I like insight and perception better.
Yeah, I know, but now you're investigating, unfortunately.
Could the book be an animal? Because my animal handling's +10.
No. Give me a few moments. Let me peek.
You're good.
I do like that idea though. That was fun. That was close. You're on a track with that. You're so close, but no.
It turns into a level 48 mimic.
Mm-hmm.
Get one
I'm not
shot.
liking
Congratulations.
any of these.
Please make a new character.
I'm not liking any of these, nor was I expecting any of this to be found or to come up. So give me just a few moments. No. Oh, no. What if I just try this? Is that anything?
Forgot to turn my camera back on.
No,
No.
that couldn't be that. Okay, I'm not gonna keep doing this because I could spend all day doing that. So what I'm gonna say that with that, what you get from this, Korik, is this book has been so lovingly read that it is nearly illegible at this point. It is a handwritten notebook, basically. But what you are able to glean from your investigation is that they are handwritten poems on every single page of this notebook. I guess you can't really tell who they're to or, to. But what I will give you with all of these, checks kind of woven together is that you can tell, even though smudged and you can't quite tell like what they're saying, you can tell that the handwriting is the same and that Loop, who wrote the note on the front cover, probably wrote every single one of these poems in here.
I carefully place the book back in the same spot that I found it, and I make sure I tell the party, about it. Are there any is there any like bag or satchel in the cave or anything on his person?
Nothing. No, I mean nothing like super standout, right? There are bags and like travel sacks and stuff, but nothing more with like clothes or little pouches of herbs for food or whatnot.
Okay.
Be fair, he's been living here as a lich toy for a lot of time, so he wouldn't need as much food.
Question: did we agree that the mannequin could actually talk?
Yes. No, I mean he can. He physically can talk.
Okay.
Should he? Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, he can talk. Definitely.
So fuck, man. We have to get to the moon base. We don't have our stones. Do we
You
have
still have your bracers. Except for Yi, who I guess he has his bracer, but it's not on the mannequin.
you know, he has like none of his stuff.
Gear.
You guys have all my gear. I just never got given back my gear.
Oh god, I didn't write down what the fucking bracers do.
They don't.
They were a signal for like people who are in like the moon base with us to kind of show, hey, we belong here.
Yeah, it's both your calling card for being in the bureau that no one else can recognize. I'm now realizing actually that I think about the entire story that that's a stupid fucking idea to like put a permanent bracer on somebody that is so super fucking visible. I'm sorry, I just realized that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They are that.
On his cock.
And and also
it's not super visible.
Yeah, no, they can call the spheres. That's how you get home most of the time. You press the buttons on your bracer and they send down a sphere. You have your, I think they gave you your stuff back. I think Did
they? I know they collected and then we just followed him. I don't think.
No, I think that was they gave you, I think you have your stuff in a bundle. It's just up to you how to re-equip.
He's just gonna painted it onto a stick with a like a hobo stick.
A bindle?
Yes. Yeah.
He was just going to say put everything in the fanny pack and then put the fanny pack on.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny too. You can just reach in and pull out whatever you need. I love it.
I slowly start pulling out all of his stuff and putting it into the cloth thing. Like,
into the bindle. That's funny. You have the other end of it. I love that. Yeah, so you have a way up easily. The bracers will get you there. You don't have the stones of far speech, but you do have the bracers.
We should probably we can't have him seen either. That's the issue. There.
I'm assuming there'll be anti-magic spells there, but I can try an invisibility spell on him.
I feel like with Lucretia and how quick she casted freeze time magic on us previously would easily detect your magic.
I mean, she had to cast it though. Also, I think didn't you guys use invisibility to sneak out of her office when Tim?
We did.
Yeah.
And
we did.
So,
yeah.
So we know
and it
that
did
we can
work.
get into her office with invisibility.
So you know that there aren't at least like visible or audible alarms that go off when you cast that spell in her office. But that would give you a lot of info, I feel.
Yeah.
We also have to be careful of Davenport. He may be actually much stronger than we think.
Davenport. Sorry.
Davenport's the final boss.
It's like a Pokemon. Davenport.
Davenport.
Tim, do you want to summon your the ball, Tim?
Yeah, I guess I'll summon the ball.
You're gonna wake up
Tim,
Angus
keep
from
your pants on. That's not the ball we mean.
LOL.
Dude, I'm.
Tim's like, which one, motherfuckers?
Well, so we're already fully rested.
Yeah. As far as I know, we're fully rested. Yeah. We have all of our HP.
You're fully rested back to your you know, Achilles healed points.
That I had to do. That I had to put that you told us to mark 2 XP points for each of us for this arc. That was the last thing I wrote down.
Correct, and I think hold on to that. I did listen to that, and hold on to that. I will do my best to remember. And if it, because I'm like listening through their stuff right now, and if it ever comes up that they notate that they got a specific something from prior, then I will give that to you. But if not, then you'll have this like extra 2 experience that you'll get to spend when you find out what you get to spend it on.
Okay.
There will be other things to spend at the time in which you're spending this as well.
You were also unsure about us leveling up to level 14 after that.
You are not leveling up yet, but I will say, as much as it always is, you level up when you have the opportunity of like downtime for a little bit of time, right?
Yeah.
Is how we've kind of said it in our campaign. So you just haven't got the moment for that downtime yet.
we aren't back at the moon
to like
base
let the
technically yet,
experience
too.
settle in on you, right? You know?
Yeah, I was gonna also say normally we would level up when we're back at the moon base, but I was gonna say considering all things considered, like we may not have that option for
Not
a
yet.
while or yet.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're gonna go up there and try to kill Lucretia. We may not be leveling at the freaking base anymore anyway.
Don't worry. If you guys die, I'll find dolls for you too.
Yeah, yeah. You'll level before it's important for you to use the level. For sure.
So awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So we want to pull the ball?
Either that or I want to find a body for Yi to take over that's not a fucking mannequin.
Well, if we go to Neverwinter, they said they'd get me one.
He might need a little bit of time. He did say give him some
Yeah.
time. He needs to build you a body, but
Yeah, no, it'll take a sec or two, but for you to get an actual body.
another thing I wanted to give you with your incredible 21 perception check of the thing is that as you guys, because it does seem like it's roughly the time, unless there's anything else you want to do before you're like generally heading up there. I should ask before I say anything.
What's the weather like in Neverwinter? Our note taker is asking what the weather is like in Neverwinter.
Hey, that's a fantastic question, note taker. I love it. Thank you, B. Because the weather, you know what? I'll say the weather right now in Neverwinter is the same as it is here. Exactly the same. And that is that you guys are
becoming fall-like.
Deep back in some cave system. So right now, in this exact second, you don't know what it looks like outside, but when you were coming in to the caves, there was black clouds sort of overtaking the sky. And yeah, like deep storm on the way. The wind is like whipping up. You know, like when you're walking outside in the like in like either the summer or like if you're in the summer, deep clouds overhead, and then there's like a fucking cold wind that hits you. You're like, oh shit, this is about to be a nightmare of a storm. Or the opposite, like if you're in the winter and you get blasted with like a hot wind, you're like, oh no, time to get inside. It's about to be fucked out here. That's the vibe you were getting as you were like, you know what I mean? The opposite temperature wind, that cycle is like roiling through at the moment. But the clouds
is that what they were getting?
Seems still.
I'm guessing Yi wouldn't feel this though.
No, I guess not. You don't really feel the wind on your knot skin.
Feel the wind on your
like
knot
KNOT, you know, like knots in the wood on your knot skin. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I get it.
It actually took me a minute to get it, and I didn't make the joke. I didn't even make that joke, but it happened. You guys wake up Angus and call
I gently nudge him on his foot.
Warb.
And say, hello, Angus. It's time to awaken.
Oh,
I thought you were about to say hello, Angus. I'm here to take your soul.
No, I'm not you.
I don't take people's souls. I take their lives. There's a difference.
Yes. Okay. So the body in Neverwinter will take a hot moment. I don't want to urge us past that until.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Is there another idea that you may want to come across for Body for Yi prior to this? To heading towards the moon base. I just want to double check before. I don't want to be like, it is time to move on. You know what I mean?
I know Yi does not care. He just misses his being able to actually use his skills. Otherwise, he's chilling in his wooden body.
Okay. Then I think we can say that you wake up Angus. He
Oh,
know.
actually, hold on. Can I wake Angus up a different way?
That's savage. Put Yi in an urn and keep him there. That's awful.
Can I rip off Yee's mannequin arm and then just poke Angus in the ear with it? With his finger?
Dude.
And then put his arm back on?
I guess that's up to Yi. I'm not gonna say nay.
I mean, he doesn't have a choice in the matter. I mean, he's a
Yeah, I do.
The arms detach.
I still have a choice. That's still my arm for the moment. I do have a choice. And he will slap you if you dare try to do that.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get a beer while you guys are.
Is that a melee roll? Like, I mean, I'll roll a d20 on this.
Be right back.
Let's just make it. I mean, either strength or dexterity from you, Korik, and any of the physical stats from you, Yi.
Okay.
As a saving throw. You're still a rogue though, so you do get your like saving throw bonuses. I don't know how like excessive. Okay. Yeah, you get your proficiency in it at a minimum.
Is it strength or dex?
Yeah, you strength or dex, him any of the physical.
So it could be strength, dex,
I got a 15.
or that stuff. Okay.
Or con, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Roll. Let's see if the dice gods are good with me today. 14. One off on the dex.
You go to slap him, and he quickly just kind of pops your arm out of its socket, and he quickly pokes Angus awake, and then tosses you your arm back, and you're able to pop it back into place easily.
Yeah. I hand it back to him. I'm like, come on, man, this could come in handy later. Like, I mean, we got to see the full abilities of you here.
Well, that you might as well have just took my head off. See if I could roll around. God.
No, we've already dealt with one talking head. I don't want another.
Too late. Too bad. You will.
Right now we're just the talking head. Next will be the talking heads. As you guys call down your orb and it descends from the sky, the coin sends one last message. Says, Angus, at this point, I would encourage you to leave some blood behind just in case, but that won't be necessary. This is the last chance. And you guys get into the orb and
head. You're gonna usher Angus to leave blood behind just to be safe.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. You know, who knows if it's the last chance or not. I don't know the full story yet, so he leaves a little vial of blood behind next to the green glowing tank. That's a good idea.
Buddha, don't hate me.
What did you do?
I'm drinking Spotted Cow.
We see.
I got one in my fridge. I had a friend come back from Wisconsin 2 weeks ago and bring me beer.
We see the astral plane just a few hours ago. The scene is. I laugh. That's funny. No pun intended. Dead. There's no lights below the surface of the endless lake, no movement from the water at all, no sounds of the spirits drifting beneath. There is only the motionless storm overhead, the thick layer of black ooze with ribbons of bright color sitting atop the water. We see the eternal stockade, the prison in which ill-tempered souls are kept, where escapees from the astral plane are detained and rehabilitated. It is a large, cold fortress hewn from stone and reinforced with steel, sitting on a solitary island on this dead, black lake. It is disquietingly still and silent for a long time. Then, across the lake, a portal is ripped in space, and from it, a Kenku falls and onto the shore. The Kenku's cries pull a hand, thrashed out from the water. Creva pulls herself up from the still lake.
Oh, snap.
They speak for a brief moment, assuring each other of their allyship before the Kenku departs back into the world of the living. 1 second. Bang. Okay. Creva floats across the stillness of the lake towards the eternal stockade, cutting... Nope. Yes, cutting thick strands, good lord, of slime away from her form with the scythe that she has retrieved from the ether. Hands... Shadows formulating from the clouds above pull down and attempt to grasp at her, but she is far too quick, and they will not catch her off guard again. She clears them with quick, decisive blows of her scythe and dashes towards the doors of the Eternal Stockade, throwing them open and barricading herself inside. In here, it is dark and still as well, but it's always dark and still in here. Creva, having seen so much during her time as the Raven Queen's charge, things that most adventurers giving 10 lifetimes would never even dream of. Arcane cults worshipping dragons made of light, cities of vast machinery and towers of gilded iron and crystallized laboratories, rescued by doofuses. This scene, the stillness of the Eternal Stockade, she's never seen or felt anything like this before. And it's if it's happening in the other planes, she knows that she's got a long day ahead of her. She raises her scythe and cuts a familiar slice through the air. But this time, no gateway appears. She tries again and for a third time, but to no avail. She hurriedly falls to one knee, pulling a fistful of black feathers from a pocket inside her robe, laying 5 out in a circle, attempting to commune with the Raven Queen, seeking comfort and guidance. But for the first time since she joined her retinue, the Raven Queen doesn't answer. Creva does not know what's happening, but now she knows 2 things. She is trapped, and she is alone. And your pod docks into the bay of the HQ. And as you do, and the door opens up, you see Johan's face. He is the guy that has always been sort of like letting you out of these pods and like launching you. And his face is one with pretty shock, actually. He is pretty blown away that you are the 2 Yeah, you guys came up with the plan. I'm not going to pull it from you. Someone has to have invisibled Angus for sure.
I was going to say before we docked, I wanted to cast invisibility on Angus. I just didn't want to interrupt your fun story.
No, that was ideal. Yeah, you're totally right. That was in the plan for sure. So Angus is invisible. So there's the 2 of you, Korik and Tim, and then Mannequin that step out, and he's pretty shocked. He says, I wasn't expecting you guys to return. Guys, he speaks into a Stone of Far speech that he pulls out of his pocket. He says, they're back. And it isn't but a few moments before several folks are rushing into the room. There are Carrie and Killian, who are looking at you guys with just extreme excitement. They're peering around. And not long after they enter, you see a few guards enter with Davenport and a platter. The normal platter that they have outside of like the artifact destruction chamber, but it looks like he's brought it to you this time. And Carrie and Killian are curious about mostly the questions for the folks first up are pointed at where Yi is. You guys lost communication. Let's just do it in conversation. They come up. Where were you guys? We couldn't communicate with you for several hours, 12, 16 hours?
Yeah, our devices kind of got hit by an attack and got destroyed.
Yep. We went exactly where we were told to go, right? Yeah.
They look at the 2 of you, and then they look back at the mannequin, and they say,
he lost his body. It's a long story.
Oh, are you okay? This is Yi?
Could be better.
And they seem kind of in shock.
Yi takes his head off and says, "Here, catch."
This is our new companion, Tom Bombadil. It's fine. He's with us. We just need to, find Lucretia.
Tom Bombadil.
And you hear that, and you hear a throat clear from the back of the room, and then you hear Davenport, and he steps forward with the platter, and taps his foot.
I'm guessing he's asking for the bell.
Yeah.
Well, I think Tim had it last.
Are we giving it to them? Was that the plan? I don't know that we ever.
It doesn't matter if they get the bell or not. That's what we got told.
So then I'll just give them the bell. I want at least one more reward from the Gashapon before we probably never get another one again.
This time he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have like a reward with him. He just has the platter expectantly.
Are we no longer receiving payment for our work? I just look at him.
That Davenport. He like turns out his pockets.
He's broke. Lucretia's the one that pays us, to be fair. So.
Oh yeah, well. Okay, well, I thought we go to the area and we watch it.
We go to our office usually after the mission, but because we lost contact,
that is all true.
I think they're more concerned about us losing contact.
Got it. All right. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if we give him the bell, so I'll give him the bell.
He puts the bell inside the silver capsule, and the guards leave with him. And Carrie and Killian are, they say, we're really glad you're safe. We're really sorry about the body, bud. They pat you on the back, like, hard enough that your parts, like, come apart, like a Nintendo emote where your parts would, like, come apart if you were, like, doing this,
like the
and then they would come back together. Yeah, exactly. Like a dumb little thing. She pats you on the back and your head, like, jumps up and spins around or whatever. And there's Laughing Hat, and then they exeunt. And you three and the invisible Angus, no, you have to head towards the director's office.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna go try to get our last payment or due or whatever.
Well, we have to figure out first how to get her away from our office so we can get that divine object too.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have to try to flirt with her. Let's be real here.
You guys already know or you could use Yi for the chance to do it, because don't forget, Yi does have many good abilities right now, so it might be better if he tries to distract.
Are we gonna throw Yi at Lucretia and hope that she gets tangled up and we can? I don't know.
We're gonna.
I wasn't thinking about doing that. I was more like, we like use one of his body parts and just say one of people keeps stealing his body parts, and they need to make an official announcement or some kind, make an official announcement or something.
That's pretty fucking funny.
That's fine. I mean, I'm game with that. We're gonna need to get her out of her office no matter what. So
yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to. Because you flirting with her will just end up you guys in the office together. And that
I could ask her to leave. I did it with what's her name. I asked her to dinner and like we met.
You did that with Lucretia once, but
okay, my hip could work again.
Done it with several NPCs.
I think she'd be more worried about what happened with the connectors and everything than try and go on a date.
You trek across the rather still campus of the Bureau of Balance. The clouds above you are nearly pitch black, but still, like, eerily still. Everything around you as you cross this campus seems to be dull in color. The greens are, more gray. Everything's more gray. realistically. That's the only color you head towards. As you pass by the front doors, maybe a little too close to the Fantasy Costco as you're trekking towards the director's office, the doors slide open, but the chime does not play. And inside you can see sort of a scene of disarray. It looks like the place has been maybe ransacked. It's kind of hard to see from out here.
Jeez, how long were we gone?
Well, only like 14 hours. We got told. So.
Well, that was from last communication. So.
Obviously, time works differently in that area, so we may have been gone for longer than we originally anticipated.
It's just the three of us, right? There's no one around us.
There's
right?
our secret friend. Yeah. I would figure.
Perception checks?
Perception.
I'll make one. It's going to be dog shit, but I'll make one.
You're not a mannequin.
25.
25?
Perception. Would that just be off the mannequin stats, M?
I don't know why I keep asking for perception checks. I think it's off of your wisdom, but it doesn't really matter with Korik on the team. I forgot. His like passive perception is something like 18 or some dumb shit.
Is both a 20.
20. Okay. I'm going to stop asking. I think I said that at some point too. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to stop asking for this. Korik, as that door opens, you hear some like rustling around from within the Fantasy Costco.
I elbow Tim and I kind of wave to Manny, and I
excuse me, it's pronounced manly. Thank you very much.
I could keep coming up with random names for you again.
I feel like narratively, I would want to like kind of peek my head in.
Yeah,
I
want to. I'm getting your attention.
Where my eyes are just over. Like, what's going on in there?
Peeking in a little bit more particularly, you guys actually can spot between the shelves Garfield, the Deal's Warlock himself, packing up some of, like, it looks like whatever is left of the last shelf into some bags and crates at the moment.
I call out for Garfield. Hey, Garfield, friend, how's it going, sir?
Oh,
what's going on?
Oh, just packing up here. Time to move on out.
What's going on?
Well, way it looks around here, can't quite be doing business. The end of the world approaching.
That's when business takes off.
Not up here on the base.
If it's the end of the world approaching, do you got anything that could help us out with this?
Well, everything's all packed up, and I'm not particularly interested in doing business. He looks over the three of you, but stops on Yi, and his attention seems to focus in on the mannequin. He says, "You're missing a friend here, huh?
No,
where's that?
He's here. We're currently his body's under new management."
Huh.
Hey, does this mean my debts are canceled since I no longer have blood?
He looks at you, Yi, and he says, I think I have an offer to get you more into debt than ever before.
Sign me up. Where is this deal? Tell me about it now.
God,
Garfield drops what he is doing, and he pulls out from attached to like his back belt loop a ring of keys, and he cycles through. He pulls out sort of an ornate iron key and breaks it off of the key ring, and he holds it up and he says, think I have something that might interest you, little fella in the back room. If you have the right price to pay. And he dangles
Best
it
I can
in
do
front
is
of you.
23 gold.
Trade him your deck of many things.
Oh, you're gonna have to do great deal better than that. I've traded up to what I have now.
How much we talking?
What do you got? How much is it worth to you? How much is one more chance worth to you? He dangles the key.
Sounds interesting. I'm willing to give you my left and right arms.
No. Speak very clearly on how you're doing this.
Yeah, because you're
just
literally
a
fucking puppet, dude. Like, you're
No. So speak very clearly on this. If you're willing to give up your left and right arms, and he gives you a body, I don't want you coming in
with no arms.
As a
I hope
Mr.
you know,
Potato
he
Head.
can make arms. He does not need his normal arms. He can make tentacle arms.
Does he still have that ability?
Yeah, it's a seed in his soul, so...
Okay.
He just hasn't used it on the base because he doesn't feel like...
need for this mannequin body of yours. But you did purchase something from me rather recently, something that I am a bit too nervous to take on myself, but definitely gives me a upper hand if I need be.
Didn't you buy the Eye of Robes from him?
He says there's a clause in that deck of many things you have.
Yes.
We put in a sort of A-B clause where you draw, but I get the benefits. I might be willing to give you a chance at the this back room. 3 draws, all it takes. I get the benefits, you take the negatives.
Oh boy. This could be bad. Though.
If I recall, you purchased several packs of different decks, so maybe it's nothing. I'm a gambling man myself.
Okay, so you only get the benefit and I only get the bad things, or how does that work?
If it's negative, it's all yours. If it's positive, I want it.
Tell him 2 draws, not 3.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't be pushing for 3 draws. I'd be trying to haggle his shit down, but that's just me personally.
Well, he doesn't have the greatest haggling skills, so...
You gotta fucking start somewhere.
Okay. Okay, let's see. What happens if I include my deck of illusions into this?
Then I want 5 draws. Because my chances of pulling anything helpful are lowered.
Okay.
And I'd like to keep the illusions I draw. So I can use them again in the future. Perfect.
Oh, what could possibly go wrong? This is gonna be...
Oh, don't worry. Mixed in with the deck of many things is just his normal cards too, so...
It's true. There's normal cards. There's mostly good deck of many thing cards, right? You have one minorly negative one, and then one black card.
You added 1 wild card out of annoyance.
Yes, because I was annoyed that you had 0 bad ones. Okay, cool. There is a bad one in there. Okay.
Well, we don't know it's bad. We just know it's wild.
Okay, yeah, that's right. There is a DM was annoyed at the positive luck you had. For one brief moment card. We'll see what that means when it is drawn, when the DM is in a different state of mind. Okay, he pulls out a like a velvet tablecloth and lays it down on the last remaining table, and like a little spotlight, you know, like an investigator spotlight hits it, and he puts a little doily on the table, and he motions.
While this is going on, I use my druid craft, and I just kind of like create 2 little like fireballs in my hand, and just let them start to levitate around, and they start spinning over the top of the heads to help illuminate the table a little bit more.
He looks at you and he nods.
Oh, for a second I thought you were about to say whoever loses gets fireballed.
No. These are small, like $half size.
He looks at you and he shakes his head.
Like just to set the ambiance.
Let me tell you this right now. I am not wasting a spell slot fireballing whoever loses this.
No, I was talking about Buddha because he did the fireballs, but people said so. I was like,
No, this is just a cantrip, man. This is just Druidcraft, man.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just thought it was going a completely different direction and made me laugh.
I am not wasting a fireball.
You would kill everybody in that room anyway. It didn't matter who won or lost.
Fucking, on keeping what's his face fucking invisible here. I can't do a concentration spell right now.
That's true. Druidcraft doesn't require concentration.
It's a control.
Also, a 7th level fireball would be devastating. So like,
yeah.
And who needs it? Garfield is a good deals warlock. This is just a fun gamble that I came up with on the spot because I couldn't figure out what else that he could possibly have to offer.
Fantasy Gashapon, but it's all packed up.
It's true. All right.
D100 roll.
So
Actually,
he has
a grab bag or bobbing for a magic item.
He's virtually set this clause for you as long as like you're okay with like confirming it. He's like, you set the deck down, you claim 5 draws, but that the recipient of positives is Garfield, and that you will take on the negatives that come on.
Yep.
Did he agree to 5 draws?
He did, because it increases his chance of not letting go as many of deck of many thing draws.
Also true. Also true.
And then there's those just random cards he has mixed in.
Yep, playing cards.
And he has 5 of those too. So it's 5, 4, 4.
Let's see the fucking... Okay, hold on. You have 5, 4, 4. It's 5 random cards for deck of many things for deck of illusions. You have a whole list, don't you?
Yes, I have the whole list up on my screen right now.
Okay. Can you screenshot that and send it to me? So
Yeah,
I can make like a random.
We never went over what cards they actually had. Either.
No, we do. We definitely did.
It. M made a list himself for it, but I forget.
Yeah, I just don't know where I kept that list.
Yeah, I can do that. Let me grab that for you quickly.
Thank you. I'm gonna spend just a moment.
I wrote it down too. Where is it?
Okay. Save. Deck list. That'll be saved as that. Then let me hop over to.
Maybe I
Discord.
didn't.
Let me I'm DMing it directly to you. So you can get
How
it.
far back did you get it?
It was like 2 sessions ago. Like we got it right before we left.
Yeah, it wasn't super long.
It has been sent.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, maybe that's when I ran into I didn't have enough stuff to save stuff with Google.
I think so.
That actually might have been about that time, yeah. Give me one moment to make a list here. Alright, let's see.
Go, Buddha, just sending it in the D&D Fun Times if you want to look at the cards.
Yeah.
I did put what they were, but I just didn't say what they did because I have other stuff.
Ooh.
Plus, I wasn't tuned to this. It's fine.
To
Keely went AFK, Buddha, so she asked if you could take over notes while she's.
Got it.
It's nothing important happening right now other than a gambling match anyway.
No,
I'm gonna keep track of this.
This could be important.
Yeah, I had told Beely this was probably important because this is like a huge decision.
Okay, I have a list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need you to roll a D13.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
One D13. That is a 10.
Okay. You draw a card from the deck and flip it over and reveal the 8 of Hearts, which begins to shimmer up, and then Garfield reaches down with a pair of like white velvet gloves and grabs it really quickly and slides it into a black velvet pouch that he has. And he says, "Oh, nope. All of these, what are these? Deck of Illusions? Those are mine now." That was going to be the Bugbear.
Honestly, the Bugbear I don't mind losing. It wasn't.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
one of the better ones.
there's a lot you can do with any illusion once it's an illusion, because like once someone finds out it's an illusion anyway, it doesn't really matter what the illusion is. So
right,
like,
but they have to make a high save against it or something.
It's true. That's true.
So
okay.
I lost. What was it? The 8 of Hearts, the Bugbear.
Correct. Now roll a d12.
Okay.
Since that card has just left, some cards will go back in, some cards will not.
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lucky so far. You draw a card and it begins to shimmer. The 9 of Hearts is pulled and he quickly draws that into the black bag as well. And you have lost the Etten.
Etten. Yep.
Yeah.
That still leaves me with Knights and 4 guards and a Troll.
The Knight and 4 guards to me is the best one. A dragon is certainly better, but a Knight and 4 guards is so fucking scary.
I know. Plus, I can always rebuy them later if I wanted to.
That's true. This was a cheaper pack.
Okay. Plus, I got it on a deal. You need me a D11 next?
D11 next, because we've lost those 2 cards. 3 more cards.
That is a 11 exact.
11 exact. Dang, bro. You're losing all of your illusion cards. The troll is gone now.
Oh, thank
Same
goodness.
fashion. Just the troll, though. You still have the knight.
I hope you know, 3 of those cards have not been anything really that good yet.
I know. He's not stoked. I mean, he has Deck of Illusion cards now to play with, but it isn't like what he was looking for when he
wasn't
made
looking
this
for
deal.
that good deal.
Let's draw
1d10.
again. 1d10.
That is a 5 again.
You draw a 3 of spades, and the playing card sits there, and he frowns. He says, well, I guess that's only one more. That's why I don't gamble. Oh, I got full of myself. All right, one more.
I lost out of everything.
D9.
Okay, 1d9 is a 7.
You draw. We're call it Joker at this point because it's a fucking joke, and he frowns. It's like, okay. Well, I got a few illusions, but he flicks the coin across the table. The lights come up, and he says, "It's yours. You played my game. It's all yours." You didn't lose the 2 playing cards, but you did lose the 3 illusion cards.
Okay. Oh, so he let me keep the playing cards.
Yes, you do keep the playing cards for your
I love
numbers.
The poor guy went, yeah, I can win this gambling. Doesn't know about Yi's incredible luck at gambling.
I guess so, dude. He just needed any one of the 4 to draw some spice into the gamble, but he didn't get it. So instead, he flicks you the key and he packs up the rest of his stuff and he's like, all right, well, you boys enjoy. We ever see each other, we can do some deals. And he disappears inside of a flash of smoke.
Oh, I kind of feel bad for him, but not enough to give him one of my cards. But damn, he lost like 5 chances at a good wish card. Pretty much.
He did. That's gambling. In the back room, you slide the iron key into the lock. This place has also been cleared out and ransacked. I'd like to ask you if you recall anything you have sold to Garfield, the Deals Warlock.
Yi has never sold anything to him, but he does remember giving him his blood for a deal, and now with his tentacle arm, but that's it.
Cool. That was the deal. That was the only deal you did. Okay, cool. Then this room.
I did one, however.
You did the same.
I got the ghostly klaxon.
Yeah, but you didn't like directly sell anything to him.
Nope. I didn't sell anything to him.
Nope. No selling. So in this back room, you open it up. There are ransacked shelves, empty tables, a few turned over chairs, and in the center of the room, a pretty massive glowing green vat with a shadowy shape inside. And next to it is the book that you recall signing, with a page torn out and without much insight, because you've done all the things you've done. You know that. Inside that, Garfield has grown another Yi body for some reason. Never got to talk about why, but there's a Yi body inside that vat, grown with the blood you gave him when you gave him the blood.
Do I have a body in there, or is it just a Yi body?
It's just a Yi body.
I wonder.
I wonder what it'll be like then, because that's gonna be different.
I have a theory that.
Or I guess actually what I'm gonna say is it's just one body.
Okay.
Yeah, that if he thinks you're gonna die, he grows another body for you so that he can keep the contract alive. That was gonna be.
Well, then you don't have a body here. That would be weird. That you don't.
Maybe he thought you were a really cool dude.
No, I think it's because I think it's more because my blood was black, and he was interested in what that would create. Yi will
hard to see what's in the vat.
Yeah, that's what kind of he was going to do before, like, just jumping right in. Go kind of look, see what he could see in the vat.
Mark Hamill's just there. It's like a back to tank.
God.
Oh man, here's what I'm gonna give you. You look around. Garfield has built a body here. This is a different vat than the one. I'm going to stop right there. I need investigation checks from everyone to figure out what's going on here. Check? I'm sure. I chose my words particularly.
Can we do a persuasion check instead?
You want to persuade the vat to tell you its secrets?
You want to persuade the body in the vat? Hey, come out here. We need to look at you.
Tell me your secrets, vat.
I rolled a 14.
I'll take you on a date.
Check. I got a 12.
Let me see what I get. Hold on.
I'm gonna buy you a drink.
I'm gonna buy you a drink. The vat opens up.
Okay, I got a I got a 4. He knows nothing about this anyway.
Okay, what you guys understand is that Garfield has built a body. It is primarily Yi, but you can't parse the research notes on that have been left as to what he has done to affect Yi's body. But he's done something. But there's mostly a Yi body in there. That seemed to be what, quote unquote, took the best, quote unquote.
This is going to be your call, Salvador Dali. You taking that, or you staying as a, Sticks Magoo?
This is... Worst case, I could just end up dying, going to Astral Plane, making another deal, and just coming back as a different body.
So you already have another body being made for yourself?
Yeah.
Well, I guess
that's what he means. He could just go make another deal and go, hey, I sacrificed this body. Be back.
I feel like it's an extra life, like out of me, like giving you narrative stuff. I feel like it's an extra life floating there right now, right?
Yeah.
It is.
In that you don't technically have to give up what you have right now, right?
Right, but that leaves me as a mannequin with like nothing anyway.
But here's the other thing. What happens if you end up needing that body and you don't take it now? That's the opposite side of that.
Then
Like,
he can. I feel like it gives you. I actually had this thought a little bit ago while we were coming onto the moon base. You have triggered the events now as the mannequin. They know that Yi's a mannequin. So they're expecting this mannequin as Yi. If the mannequin goes offline and Yi uses his much, much better stats to now remain hidden, no one will have any fucking clue that Yi is doing what Yi is doing.
That's what I was thinking about. That's probably what Yi will end up doing.
Yeah, that's I had that thought when we were getting on here. Once you introduced yourself, I was like, if you actually take your body, you could do a lot with this thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I think Yi's gonna do.
Can we rename your character?
No. It's still Yi's soul. It's not like he's getting a whole new soul.
I know, but like when we were on the train, how we had like different names. If you're incognito, like
a soul's a soul and a roll's a roll.
Like, Tim was gonna come back as Jim, and I was gonna come in as his cousin Tom.
Yeah, then I'd be taking over Tim, so that doesn't change.
I know, but so you could be, you could be Z or
Yim
or Key.
Oh, no, Yi will definitely first go into the vat and take over that body.
I don't know how this would work, but you get in there as a mannequin and the pod glows.
He just chucks his head in.
Yeah, the pod glows for a minute and your consciousness shifts over and you pull yourself to the top of the vat. I need just a few moments.
Okay. This is interesting. I love how he went, yeah, I could definitely get some of those cards of, some of them cards.
Yeah.
A deck of many things. And then all of a sudden goes, hey, here's another card. Here's a card. Here's a card. Here's 2 normal playing cards.
He got nothing. He got nothing at all. Let's see.
He feels bamboozled.
Well, I think he feels more ripped off than bamboozled.
No, I mean that's gambling.
It is.
He don't just had know. Actually, I'll ask this as I say it. So, Yi comes out of the tank. Your head breaks the surface, Yi, and you see your 2 friends looking at you with a little bit of recognition and a little bit of shock because what they see is Toxic. What color dragonborn are you?
That's a good question. I am black dragonborn, but I'm not level 14 yet, so I don't have my wings. It's narratively, like if you wanted to do that,
cool one in this moment.
You should have given us a level.
Well,
then
don't forget, Yi was an Aarakocra with wings.
I know. Oh, I guess you're an Aarakocra, not a Kenku. When I said Kenku earlier, I meant Aarakocra. So I guess black is okay because Aarakocra is not a black bird, right? You're like a brown bird.
Yeah. More. That's how Yi described himself was the head of a raven, body of a crow.
I will happily be a hill dwarf with wings if you want to give me level 14.
Yi's feathers now are the way that they like cowl around his head remind you of the frills of a dragon. All of his feathers are like they sheen in a way that they did not before, and they are like stark black. Yes. Yeah. What I will say is that you're back to your character sheet, Yi.
Okay.
Let me peek over this really quick.
Oh, good.
Your heavier by quite a lot than you were. You weigh like 180 pounds now, I would say.
How tall is he now?
Same height. The feathers are heavier now. You can still fly. The feathers are just heavier. Like, each feather is much heavier because they are much more of a scaly texture now than they are feathery texture. Everything else is the same. Let's see. Okay. What's up?
Did he like mix our bloods together and make a new body?
I think
for
so.
you? 'Cause I'm fucking annoyed.
No,
now.
I don't think he made the body on purpose. I think he's mad sciencing of the blood he got.
That would make sense.
Yeah, he mad. That is what you are getting from this the sort of study and research out on the table is that yes, he has like virtually done just that. He has mad science together, not just you two, but there's like a number of other things to like let this thing actually exist. It doesn't like change much more about you, save that you also receive the breath weapon for Black Dragon, which is a line. 5 by 30 foot acid line. Once a day. What?
I haven't.
You've never used your breath weapon.
I haven't needed to. I haven't needed to.
You received that on your sheet. I don't know that you know that you know your buddy does that, but that's it. I'll copy and paste this little section to you at breath weapon.
Yeah, when you get a chance. Fine. Well then.
Yeah, I'll send it to you later. It doesn't matter at this moment. But you're the way that your like feathers rest around your like cowl now, it like is very dragon frill. He looks a little bit more draconic than bird-like in this moment. A little bit more, I would say, actually, you know what I say? Like, I think it looks, the way it settles is a little bit more like griffin-like. You know how, like, I'd say that, like, a griffin to me reminds me a bit of a dragon, but a little bit more animalistic.
Yeah, that's fair.
You look a bit more griffin-like. Like, your musculature has beefed up a bit, but not your stats in that nature.
Yeah.
Yes, anyway. How does that sit with you guys? While you talk about that, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Whoa.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little jelly. I just turned into a fucking poison ivy monster.
Be fair. You could have done this. You could have died to a bomb. You could have became a soul to hell.
Actually, draconic bloodline sorcerers don't get that. Just dragonborns do. I'm not a dragonborn. I'm a fucking hill dwarf.
Okay.
You may want to talk to Emma about that. Because that's a hillborn.
Oh, don't forget, he said there were other things mixed in, though.
Okay, because dragonborns get that ability. That's a dragonborn ability.
He might have, there might have been dragonborn blood, like, mixed in or something.
Yeah. So,
I'm not taking anything. I'm not taking it back. I did hear you, but I can't take it back. It's too late.
You can do it. I don't care. I'm just letting you know. Dragonborn. That's a dragonborn ability, not a draconic bloodline ability.
It sure is. Okay, acid type is your type. Though cool, elemental affinity, dragon wings.
I wish I could do that, but I can't do that.
You guys don't know this either, which is gonna be interesting. Like in character, you don't know.
Okay, yes. What I will say is that the color of the dragon is based on you. The fact that it is like actually presenting as like more dragon-ish abilities, not the resilience, but the dragon breath, is because there's more mixed in. Yes.
I just want to know, how the fuck does Yi know, like, he has this ability with his body?
I don't think he does. That's more me like, Yi doesn't know yet. It's also, there's going to be some fun physical things that occur when he uses it that I will bring up then, but haven't. It's not yet.
He's going to fucking sneeze and just shoot acid on somebody?
I don't think Yi knows he has this ability yet, but
Yeah,
he looks a bit
He
beefier
does,
and
but
more
of course-
draconic than before.
Yeah.
I
He just
think
looks more Griffin-like.
Yeah, I think Griffin is definitely the right kind of feeling
Which
for
one,
this.
Peter or Chris?
So from here, that's funny. Meg.
Very funny note.
So you guys have a moment. What do you want to do? How do you want to go about this? Do you want to just
item from the fantasy gashapon, but I don't think I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, he's gone.
There might be a way to get them later, but for now you don't have that.
Is his what's his name is still with us, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do we want to leave him back here until we figure out
Nope.
why nobody's gonna be back here? Plus we still have to get to Lucretia's office and do all that shebang.
My spell, my rules.
Our party, our team, our agreement.
But
What do you want to do, Yi?
He wants to leave. He wants to split the party.
I want to leave the invisible guy here because I don't want to bring him close to Lucretia in case. And nobody's gonna check the back of the store.
Well, the coin said that the whole point was to get me in front of Lucretia. I don't know what I'm supposed to do when I get there, but that seems like the point, or at least to get me into that back
Tim,
room.
Can you put a portal?
I don't know.
Can you put a portal in the shop?
Yeah. Where do you want it?
Just anywhere.
Back here. Somewhere back here. That's all.
Not in the back room that can be locked.
I don't care.
We have the key.
Wherever you want it, I'll put it wherever you want it.
In the front room, like where we could go out the front door, like easily.
Sure. Okay, I'll put a portal there.
And then I would like to continue going with all four of us in Yi's new form to Lucretia's.
Well, Yi's gonna go hide around. You guys should bring the doll.
I don't have a reanimate spell.
No,
I don't have a reanimate spell either. So
just say Yi just went for his 4 hours of sleep.
Or you could carry the doll by giving it a piggyback because you're all strong.
I'm
now.
trying to hide because I'm trying to get the direction of everything from our office. I am the best option for this.
If you flirt, he can sneak in, I guess.
Yeah.
Or he could check out other stuff while you guys figure out the director. Is there anything you want to check out, Yi, while you're sneaking around, separate from the director's office? Is there anything to check out? I just want to,
I'd want to go check on the jellyfish.
He left the two worst people at sneaking and.
Well, you're a flirter. If you can flirt,
yeah,
Coric could even sneak in, and you guys have an
speak.
invisible guy, right? Like the invisible guy could help. So.
You have the man in. You have a background man. That's better than having somebody with you guys.
It looks like he is going to do his own thing, Coric. So what do you want to do? We're just
gonna just kill the mannequin when I had the fucking chance.
You would have got killed by the mannequin if you had that.
No, I would have fucking squashed the fuck out of you.
I imagine the two of you are heading towards at least heading towards the director's office. We'll figure it out as we get there, it looks like, but
I've already said I'm headed towards it.
Yeah, narratively, I guess I would start heading that way.
If something comes up where it like really requires you guys to plan beforehand, then we'll definitely give you guys the chance, but I think we can keep pushing things on because in the moment we can stop and say like, okay, what do we want to do about this, right?
Yeah.
And that gives us more information.
It's not like a Souls-like where you can't pause it.
Exactly. I like a pause in D&D to talk outside of character a little bit more, not necessarily table talk, but I think that we're playing a game in the end.
Yeah.
So, okay. We see the Bureau of Balance. The headquarters floating in the sky, and it's now. We see Yi hiding out in the back of the room in the shadows, in his new body, mind still addled with memories he cannot quite process or explain. We see Tim, Hildorf sorcerer, and Coric, wood elf?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Wood elf druid departing a large, emptied out megastore, walking towards the main dome on the far side of the complex, still unsure in their stride. We see inside of that dome the director making preparations to destroy the grand relic as Davenport delivers it. We see Carrie, Fang Battle, watching intently as Angus processes the item. Beep, 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 beep,
Knock my camera down, don't mind me.
And we see Avi, who's just finished restringing his fiddle, which he plucks happily as he begins composing a new meal for the voidfish, which floats nervously in its tank. We're back outside and we pan up, and up, past the sky, past space, beyond the boundaries of the prime material plane in which this story is taking place. We see more planes now, the astral plane, the plane of thought, elemental planes, all of them, all 12 planes that make up our planar system, moving in perfect orbit. Perfect synchronicity, sustaining each other in a meticulous, demanding dance. And then we pan up. We see a 13th plane descending. It is a disk of shimmering, living darkness crossed with ribbons of bright blue, red, green, and gold. It is larger than the other planes combined, and it lowers slowly. Bright white eyes begin to open all across the underside of this plane, millions of them, burning with malice and hunger, all focused inwards, downwards, all the way to the floating headquarters of the Bureau of Balance. And somewhere inside of that living plane, we see a smile flash across a face. The two of you find yourself inside the main dome. Lucretia, Davenport, Carrie, and a few guards are present. As you enter, Lucretia has a genuine, sense of relief on her face. She breathes out what looks like for the first time, and she says, "I'm so glad you made it back. How was your adventure in Wonderland? I heard that he faced some tragic outcome. What happened to his body? He's in a mannequin now. Where is he?"
He's trying to rest and recover. It was long. Can the three of us just debrief in your office?
Oh, I'd love to. And she nods to Davenport, and he takes the orb off towards the chamber that it usually is destroyed in, as it normally goes, and she ushers the two of you towards her office. I will say, you two are in the office with Invisible Man. Nothing has happened, or is going off, or is doing anything. You know, now, at this point in the story, the way that clues line up, you know that behind her, there's like a big oil painting.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is some magic in this oil painting, and then based on the maps that Angus gave you, you know that behind that oil painting there's like a hallway that leads. There's probably some traps down the hallway, but ultimately at the end of that hallway, quote unquote, is the room you're trying to get to. Just so you know, before we head into the director's office, in case, I you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to be like, here's all of the details that you know.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's magic on the painting, though, so maybe the painting is the holy object.
What I will say is what you've noticed, you guys have also done a check earlier on to find out that the magic on the painting is actually just like illusion magic to make her look younger. Make her look older in the painting than the painting actually looks. right? Because of Wonderland.
Yep.
She's supposed to look like super younger than she does.
It is illusion magic. It is an illusion. That's what I have.
Either that or you can just like tear through it or move it to the side, right? Like it's not like
it's not permanently there.
Yeah. The two of you are in Lucretia's office with Lucretia. She enters behind you two and closes the door, moves around the desk and sits her head in her hand. She says, I can't believe we've done it. All of the relics. We finally got them all. She's like shaking her head. She's like, she puts it in her hand and she's just like in a minor state of shock and relief, it seems. What do the two of you do?
What's the plan now, Lucretia?
The plan now, destroy the final artifact and
we have sacrificed so much for the Bureau, and we noticed Garfield was packing up his things when we were on our way here. The sky, what's going on? Like what is your end game with all of this?
Things have been set in motion for quite some time. When me and my crew began this journey, we were one team. She seems to like almost tear up. She says, I've never been close with anyone, I think, in my life, and to get close with the six of them was like a dream come true. They made a choice, and I was overruled, and it led to... She, like, breathes out, and then she breathes in as if to speak, but the door is thrust open, and the two of you look behind you, and you see Davenport, wild-eyed and in a sense of maybe panic, he looks like. He says, Davenport, and he, like, motions, and Lucretia stands in a hurry, and she says, I will be right back, and she hurries towards the door. Do you let her leave? Do you attempt to follow? What is your response?
So, I mean, I could put a portal under her feet and put her back in the...
I mean, we need to get behind the painting. This can give us the time to get there.
So, I think what we need is time. So, I think we have the portal open in the room. How far away is the Fantasy Costco?
The Fantasy Costco, you guys were walking, is probably like a 10-minute walk across campus through the, proper walkways. If you were dead sprinting across, you could probably get there in 5 to 7 minutes.
But I mean, Davenport's pulling her away for something. We could get behind the painting now.
Well, don't forget about the traps.
You're not here.
You're not here.
No, this is out of character.
You don't have a say in this right now.
You're not here.
He wants to be
You're
a part
gone.
of
You
it.
guys
I think
do this
table
all the
talk
time
is
when
different.
you're not
Yeah.
near me.
Yeah.
So I'm just
You're
returning
the
the
only one that
favor.
can disarm traps, and you left us. Well, what about the traps? You're not here.
There was a map. We specifically got told there was a map. That was the whole point,
That's
to
true.
get her out of the office to find that map.
Map and laid out traps. No, you guys have the map.
Oh, you said we had to find it from her desk. That's why.
No, you found it from his desk, the Angus's desk, in his search through's desk. You found the map that laid out a good detail about these traps too.
Okay, well, I guess I would, as she, right before she stands up, I'm gonna put a portal right underneath her feet.
Well, we're gonna have to fight Davenport then. He's gonna wonder what the fuck's going on.
What do you want me to do?
Let them leave.
You said you wanted me to give him time. I don't know how long we're gonna have when he leaves. 7 minutes is a long time.
They could be gone for an hour.
They're not going to be gone for an hour, knowing what I know about D&D.
If she portals and disappears right in front of Davenport, we're fighting Fuckface Magoo.
You're going to have to fight the whole
I have a feeling we're going to fight all of them anyway. We're not getting out of here without fighting them. If you think that's happening, and it's not, we're going to have to fight them.
Fight everyone! Kill them all!
Yeah.
That's why I got Garfield out of here. I like him too much. You're going to kill everyone. Garfield's packing up. That's DM. No, I'm just kidding. I'm chiming in. I'm just kidding.
I mean, look, if I portal Davenport, we gotta fight Lucretia.
Can you strategically place the portal when they're together, like running down the hall or something?
I could. What do you? I could wait until she's in the doorway. I don't know which way she's gonna leave.
We could just ask Davenport what's going on.
No, that's awful because he may see through that. I can wait till they're together, but like again, there's no guarantee that they won't be back right away. No guarantee.
This feels more wrong than you putting on the fucking robe.
It's not though.
The sash.
I'm only responding to your conversation, not to like. I like how in detailed you guys are talking about this. I love it.
I mean, I can
what
wait.
Happens when you have best friends.
I don't know if she's leaving him through the doorway. I can wait to see where she goes.
No, I mean, yeah, Lucretia stood up and she is moving towards Davenport, who has the door held open for her.
Okay, so if she's going out that way. Once her and Davenport are together in the doorway, I'm going to open a portal on the floor to put them in the closet of the Fantasy Costco, and then I'm going to close it so that we can get behind the painting. And they have to run or go quickly. Or
desperately wish that I had their sound cues. The dude that was editing this fucking moment, I swear to God, he told his family, he was like, things are about to pop off. I'm going to disappear into the studio for about a week, and I'm not going to come out until it's over. And then, like, when these episodes came out, I was like, like, all this, it was, like, specifically the way, like, yes, everything happening. Honestly, like, I'm more ingrained with what we're doing now than anything in there, but it's the way that he was able to be, like, sound cue now. And the sound cue he used every time that thing happened, you were like, oh, God. Fuck. Like, I loved it. And I would just have sound cued right there. Loved it. It's incredible. Boom! Incredible. So Lucretia stands up. She moves around the desk towards Davenport. The two of you starting to sweat a little bit. Debating all of this in your heads. Tim stands up and quickly, sort of panickedly, it seems, spins around as Lucretia passes Davenport. She turns around and makes eye contact with you in the last moment before she is pulled beneath the floor. Davenport reaches out to attempt to grab her and is pulled alongside her through the portal and back towards the Fantasy Costco, leaving you two alone.
I closed the door to her office and I deadbolt it.
For up to 7 minutes. We're going to flash over to Yi, but 15 minutes ago in the loan in the Fantasy Costco. Actually, we're going to say 20 minutes ago because it was time talking, etc. 20 minutes ago in the Fantasy Costco, just exiting after his friends headed towards the Voidfish and the Voidfish's chambers. Yi, as you cross the campus, things are still and quiet. You enter into the elevator and down. There are no guards here, weirdly. And as you exit the bottom of the elevator, you see Johan, his back to you, restringing his fiddle, and talking to the void fish just like in sort of an absent-minded way. What do you do?
He is back to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, hold on, doing math. See, how do I want to do this? So, Johan. He is. Who's Johan again?
Avi.
Okay, I wasn't sure if
music
that's who you meant.
player. My bad.
He's gonna go over to.
I thought his name was Avi.
His name is Avi.
He is. It's just got him confused originally, and it's.
I fucked that up since, and I fucked it up every time since then. So.
Yeah. So Avi's in front of me. I'm just going to go over to him and kind of. Would that be a good idea? I don't know.
I'll say that the Voidfish's chamber is also like halfway between here and the director's office, so you make it there in about 5 minutes. You have a good amount of time here in the Voidfish's chamber before. That's not me to give you more narrative, like camera focus. It's just me to make it make sense in my brain.
He's going to pull out a hammer and try and knock Avi out.
Let's see it. Make a roll to hit. I'm gonna make this a strength attack, but if you make a successful stealth check, which should be easy for you, you could have advantage.
Okay. Roll 1d20. Let's hope the gods don't. Oh, that's 1s20. I don't want a 1s20. I don't even know what that is.
1 size 20?
I'm rolling 7 dice at once, Em. That is a 22.
Yeah, that's a successful stealth. Yeah. He just continues to restring his violin, I guess, and he says, I got one, and he bends over the table in front of himself and writes a few things. As you approach behind him silently, you can see he's like writing notes on a scale, he's writing a song right now.
Okay. And you said I would get advantage on an attack roll with this?
On your attack with a hammer. I'm just gonna say if you can succeed on this attack, if you can roll above 16.
First
you can roll above
a
16 or above, you knock him out.
10.
10.
The dice dislike me.
You back him, you smack him in the back of the head, and he sprawls out forward, and he shakes his head. He looks a little groggy. He rolls over, and he looks up, and he looks kind of confused, but he is groggy, and he's like, Yi, what are you doing?
Would he know it's Yi? Because I look completely different from last he saw me.
That's a great point. You do look different enough. Let me see. I'll give it a check at least.
Okay.
He rolls over and he says, "What are you doing? Stop!" But he's looking up at you. I guess he doesn't say your name, but he is looking up at you.
He's gonna try and knock him out again.
Okay. I'll just give you advantage on this attack because you've already sort of hit him with a hammer.
So first is 7, then 13.
Good God, dude, your dice.
You hit him with the hammer, and it's kind of sad because you don't knock him out, but he is like laying in a heap and he's like mumbling to himself. There's a little bit of blood starting to pool, but as you check him over, you know he's not dead.
Be right back. I have to go to the bathroom.
You know how he's not dead. But can he still he can't really talk, right?
At the moment, he's just sort of like like mumbling. You know what I mean? Like in a sort of daze.
He is going to try feed him to the void fish. See what happens.
pick his body up. You put it. You pick his body up and you start to try to push it into the voidfish's tank. And the voidfish taps the glass and it points at you and it points up as you're like trying to shove it over the edge.
You will look up first, I guess, to see what it's pointing at.
The top of the tank. It's pointing at you and pointing at the top of the tank.
Oh. I'm not trying to put the body through like the top of a tank. Or am I? I remember, like, how did that go? Because you said I was trying to put the body in.
The way that he puts stuff in the tank for the voidfish to eat is like a small slot. Because he's putting in like rolled up parchment. Yeah. He's putting it no bigger than a notebook. He's not really putting in a human body or a bunch of shit all at once. So if you're trying to put a body in the tank, you have to put it in through the top of the tank.
Yeah, that's what was gonna try to do.
It's basically tapping the tank and then grabbing your attention as you're trying to do that. And then it points at you and then points at the top of the tank.
And then points at you. I guess, climb into the tank. After dragging the body with him, just because he can.
You bring the body into the tank. The body floats towards the top of the tank, and the voidfish seems to ignore it. He's probably dead now.
Whoops.
It's interesting. Okay. Give me a strength check to see if you can get the body into the tank with you.
Okay. I am going to be rolling on a different area because the dice dislike me. I'm going to be +2 with that. Fly. Okay, that is a 15.
Yeah, I guess you can get it up into the tank. You know he's not dead, so you position him into the tank to where his face is, I guess, at least floating upwards. But the voidfish doesn't seem particularly interested in him. But as you float down, it sort of swims around you. It swims around you excitedly. It's very excited to see you.
Hello, friend. It's nice to see you too. Things are happening outside. I am kind of struggling on what to do. I don't know. I don't think I can get you out of here without being caught, unless I can somehow put you in my satchel. As he opens his bag of holding on his waist.
It shakes its head. Do you recall the last conversations you've had with the voidfish? And
it was telling me to find its child. Told me about the darkness that was looming.
This was all secret to us. We didn't hear it.
Yeah.
So.
No, you guys don't know this.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, it was just he had some free time with the
It did at some point tell you about that, and it says
last thing I have is
it sort of pulls on you expectantly, like it's worried. If you say there's problems out there, it's worried about its young. Wants you to ensure that it's safe.
Do you have any more clues to help me find it other than me bringing it somewhere? I don't have much time, and
it wraps a tentacle around you quickly, and your words are cut off as you have a memory. You're not sure the origin of it, but I guess you could figure it out pretty easily. You're floating in a space. Green brackish liquid surrounds you, but you are so happy, content, and relaxed as your child floats around you. Smaller than you by far, but so beautiful, with its own cosmos floating and swirling inside of it. And then a light clicks on outside of this brackish liquid, and a face appears beyond the glass. Lucretia's face. And all of a sudden, a surge of liquid, and your child is gone. No more next to you in this endless sort of green space. But you can see it getting darker and darker under Lucretia's arm as she exits and the light goes out. And then you find yourself back in the liquid.
I think I know where it is. I think I can save it, but I know it was in a green tank like above in there. I think I have an idea, but I think it's behind Lucretia's painting, but I'm not positive. I will have to go look, and I will try my best to find the child as quickly as possible.
There is a splash and a thump, and your attention is drawn away from the voidfish. As you look up and then out of the tank, you see Johann's body having come to in some manner, pulled itself out of the tank and fallen to the ground. It has begun crawling towards the elevator door, and you surface and come to as you're like watching it beginning to exit to stop him from going to tell someone. And you see a spurt of blood appear out of nowhere on his back and shower upwards, and he stops crawling and a pool of blood begins to form around him.
Well, that usually I'm the one to make people bleed, and I did a little, but that time it was not me. I will go find your child. We will get out of here as soon as possible.
Perception check. Disadvantage.
Perception?
Perception.
Okay. Disadvantage. So first is 11, and then next is 7.
As you look down into the tank to say this, you are struck from behind, and you feel blood begin to well up down the back of your head. You take 10 points of slashing damage to the back of your head, and you turn around and there is nothing there. And as you begin to spin around the room looking to see what you can find, the voidfish grabs your foot, and in this moment of contact, just a brief second, you think that you can see them. 40 different figures fill this room of different sizes and shapes. Some may be robotic, some may be reptilian, some may be with wings, some may be humanoid. All shadowy, all phasing in and out of sight for this briefest of moments, all focused directly towards you. And that, again, just a briefest of seconds, and that sight is gone from your eyes. Somehow the voidfish gave you just a moment of sight.
Damn. Okay. There's too many things here to escape. Let's He's gonna try and just yell at, try persuade him by yelling, "Hey, if you're looking for Lucretia, she's on the floor above. I have no intention of going against any of you."
Give me a persuasion check.
"21.
You can't see them anymore, so you're not sure. You have been in dangerous situations enough that you dip down back below the waves as you say that. You see the splash of what could have been a blade if it weren't invisible slicing through the water above you. Your words seemingly not gotten through to them. Below you, the jellyfish spins about in a brief moment, collecting its tentacles in a spiral below itself before spinning rapidly in the opposite direction, its tentacles striking the tank time and time again and shattering the edge of the glass. The water rushes and pours out, giving you what could only be just a moment as this surge of water is rushing all around the tank. What do you do?
Give me a quick moment. I am going to go. So the tank is breaking, and it's giving me a quick second as the tank breaks and water flows out.
It's a fuckload of water in this tank, right? Like, even if it was a human would be knocked back. Like, I'm not good at weighing liquids, but just like, you know, if you were like eating in a restaurant, it would be like the wall of the restaurant, right? Would be the tank of water, right? Like, it's so fucking much to contain this creature and to give it space to not just sit still, but to move about. It's a lot of water. So, yes.
Okay.
A metric shitload of water is coming out.
Yeah. Yi is going to take that chance to kind of surf / get into the elevator and get upstairs.
That is awesome. I love that. Why don't you give me, as this wave of water is crushing towards the elevator, you know that the elevator is not going to be useful. So why don't you give me an acrobatics check to try to like get in there as the wave of water hits and break upwards through the emergency hatch, right?
Okay. Yep. Me here. That is a 4. God, the dice hate me.
You are surged into the elevator. You begin to break upwards, but the hatch doesn't break, and you're right there as the water slams into you from the bottom. You are going to take a total of 14 damage. Basically just force damage as this wall of water pushes you through it and begins to push you upwards. We're going to flash back to the crew who have just fired the director and that little boy away. You have 5 to 7 minutes of people dead sprinting across this campus. What do you do?
I open up the map and see if it shows anything directly behind the painting.
As you're in here, the coin flips on. It says, once inside our office, you should go through the painting. You should know that this is the point of no return. When you go back, there is no returning to this side. But the map does show. There shows that there's some traps and stuff in there, but you imagine that the coin is going to give you the info you need as you arrive. But there's a hallway beyond this painting.
I mean, is the painting on hinges, or do we have to walk through the painting?
As you walk up and examine the painting, it looks like it actually just like is just a painting over a hole in the wall, like virtually. You just need to move the oil painting.
Mage hand. You're muted.
How am I muted?
I couldn't hear you at all.
Can I use I don't know how it's muted. Can I use Mage Hand to move the painting?
Yeah, you do. The painting slides away, revealing a long tunnel sort of jutting downwards. Yeah. Long tunnel.
Okay, perfect.
Jutting downwards.
I gently. Is there anything we can use to barricade the door?
Or desk.
Chairs, desk, bookshelf.
I also think we should barricade the door to give us more time.
Hold on.
Personally.
Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, I think we should. I still have Mage Hand up, right?
Yeah.
I don't exactly have the most strength, so I'm gonna use Mage Hand to try to use some stuff to barricade the door.
Yeah. You push desk and chairs and bookshelves against the door just quickly before running through the painting and down the hallway. You come around a corner and the coin starts up again. In front of you is a blank hallway. The coin starts up and says, all right, now you should be seeing 12 distinct spheres in this next hallway. As you enter, they will begin lighting up, and you're going to need to touch them in clockwise order. But if their heat signature changes too drastically, you'll need to switch to counterclockwise order and make sure that you're only hitting every fifth light. And as the coin is going down this list of obviously really intricate trap work, what you see in front of you is an empty hallway.
I don't see any of that.
Wait, I got this. Hold on. Detect magic. Right? Will that do traps too?
No.
Detect magic should detect magical traps, but
unless it's a magical trap.
Are you doing it?
Yes.
This entire hall sort of glows of illusion magic. I think, Korik, that is probably enough for yourself to realize that this is illusion trapped. And whatever the coin is telling you is different than what is in front of you at the moment.
Okay.
How can we make the illusion go away?
I do not have dispel magic, so
I don't either.
You can give me Arcana checks.
Yay! Oh, fucking 19. Let's go.
Korik, you know that with that knowledge, it's relatively easy to dispel dispel even harder illusions. You'll still be challenged if you just walk straight into it, but it'll be much easier with the fact that you're going into it with the knowledge of this is going to be an illusion. I mean, it's the same shit, right? You know that illusion traps can be powerful, but that you are significantly improved on like just the base knowledge that this is an illusion going into it. Sometimes that even just cancels out the effect of illusion magic when you know that it's an illusion.
I rolled a dirty 20.
I know, yeah. I was including you in that.
Okay. So do we figure out how to dispel it? I caught like part of that.
No, not necessarily dispel it. It was more of like, with the knowledge that it is an illusion, you'll have an up on overcoming it if you just walk into it. That was basically what you guys got. Like, a pretty severe up, I personally would say. But I'm not going to tell you what that up is until you make a decision.
Up as an advantage or up as an
Yes, up as an advantage.
Okay. We know where the traps are though, right? Roughly from the map.
What you have found is that the traps on the map are different than the traps in front of you.
All right, cool. So one of us is gonna have to roll an investigation check to check for traps as we go, which is great because Elite's not here.
Well, I wouldn't be much help.
We're gonna have to do.
I wouldn't be much help anyway.
But you're probably better at investigation than Buddha and I.
My investigation is a -2.
Yours is a +1, Buddha. You do the rolls then.
Yeah. All right.
My investigation is +0.
I run an investigation check.
Who look for traps?
To look for traps. 13.
You have found the trap. You walk into this hallway, it's an illusion trap. This hallway is an illusion trap.
All right, I'll try. Please roll good. Fuck me, dude. This is why you don't split the fucking party.
I would have been worse. I have a -2.
Honestly, other stuff needed to happen anyway, so it's fine that the party got split.
All right, well, fuck.
I got this. I've been waiting for this moment.
Can I cast Mage Hand and just run all the way down the hall and try to...
No. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Yeah. Yes, you can. I don't hate that.
I pull out my blue rubber duck out of my bag. I've been holding this for 19 sessions, I feel like.
Didn't you give that up because
No, I gave it the Thimble Monkey.
Is that not just a blue rubber duck?
It is. I'm just going to throw it down the hallway to see what happens.
Okay, so if that doesn't work...
But I'm going to do it super dramatically, and I just take it, and I just throw it down the hallway.
It squeaks as it hits the ground a few times, but comes to a stop facing you, and then there's like a dramatic silence, but that's it.
They're all going to be fucking pressure traps. So great. So like then, now that that's done, I'm going to cast Mage Hand. And like, I guess, I don't know, just kind of like drag it across the ground, literally touching as it goes, because we can't tell if there's traps in here. So like, I don't know what else to do other than set off the traps. Like, there's no other
I'll say that
solution.
you guys have discovered that there is a trap in here. It is an illusion trap, and based on the rubber ducky, and now your Mage Hand going through, you know that it's just like there. It's an illusion trap, but you know that it's an illusion trap, and based on your like knowledge of magic, you know that the only way through it is to dispel it or to overcome it. And because you know of it, you have the best chance you could of overcoming it, since you cannot dispel it.
I Jack Sparrow gallivant down the hallway.
I need wisdom saving throws for whoever's going down the hallway with advantage, because you know of the illusion magic going down.
I have a +10 to that. Let's go.
I do not have a +10 to wisdom saving throws. I'm not looking forward to this.
Nat 20, so a 30.
Just fucking Jack. You do Jack Sparrow gallivant down the hall without a hiccup.
I will take a 21 though.
Okay, yeah, both of you just sort of, you feel the illusion magic sort of begin to encroach upon your brain, but nothing happens because you are aware of
Oh.
it, and it just sort of dissipates around you.
This
I
is
mean,
gonna
you know that
sound
that's the
really
way.
bad that I'm fact that I'm bringing this up, but does Angus have to make a wisdom save?
Oh, of course he does.
I forgot about him.
A natural
Yeah, I did
19,
too.
so above 20. He's invisible. He's easy to forget about, but he got above 20.
Okay.
Okay, good. Be fair, Angus is a lich's soul in a human body.
This is true. That was a weird noise.
You
Go down the hallway. Just
B,
fine.
I just want to say something really quick. B, thank you for capturing the fact that I Jack Sparrow gallivanted down the hallway in the notes rather than Cork goes down hallway.
That's so funny.
You're welcome.
B, great note taker.
At the end
I pick my duck up and put him back in my bag.
of the hallway is a large vault door with a 7-digit input password. And there's just sort of like a wheel. You have to like click between the digits. You have access to numbers and letters.
Okay.
What do you think Lucretia would have put on this door?
What kind of check would I have to make to check to see if I could see like her fingerprints or any?
I mean, unfortunately it's a wheel. So like you have to like click it, right? To a letter and then click it to another letter. So like her fingerprints
covered spectacles
are going to be on every single one of these letters or like, knobs. Because it's not like a keyboard, right? What I will say, puzzles are always hard because you never know when you're going to hit input.
Can we talk to Angus and see if he might know the password? Like, kind of there.
He is. I mean, the Angus you have is
kind of pudding brained.
Yeah, he's sort of he's sort of just
he
invisible.
Has not regained his memories from
Invisible's
his
a
past
good
life.
word. Yeah. I think you guys can figure out a way through this door. Angus will be here if you have questions for him, for sure, as much as he can be. But
how many digits is it?
7.
Did she by chance give us like the date and the year or the time period in which she gave up however many years of her life in Wonderland?
Oh, she said that was 20 years ago.
What? Yeah, but what year is it now? I was gonna say like what the date would be 20 years ago.
2024 Toxic. What are you fucking talking about?
Oh my god, come on, dude. Come on, man.
Dude, it's September 9th, 2024.
It is not in this setting.
You know what? In game, it's September 9th, 2024. Because I don't want to come up with a different date and have to do different math for a different thing. So in game, it's September 9th, 2024 right now.
So this was September 9th and it's 7 digits, right?
Yeah.
9. I don't know how many tries we get on this. But we could try 090904. 0909.
That's only 6.
Oh.
How many letters are in Lucretia? Because didn't you say it's name, it's letters and numbers?
Yes, I did.
But I don't know that she would use her own name. There's 8 letters in Lucretia. Lucretia.
Yeah.
Is there any like dust on the ground? No,
Oh, you're gonna
that would
like.
that wouldn't.
I would
that
actually
wouldn't
say
help.
this whole room looks absurdly clean.
Matter of fact, with my perception, there's only 13 specks of dust in the entire room.
Can I very, if I really take my time, can I do like the safe cracking thing where I use the wheel and just kind of keep going at numbers until I hear it click? And if I like intentionally go through, could I roll my investigation check at advantage? I can't think of another way to guess this if it's a wheel, like an old school safe. Obviously, it's not a keypad. So you would hear the pins locking into place when you guess the number or a digit correctly.
I mean, you
I'm
wanted
just
to try to
thinking-
blow the safe open with fireballs.
It's
and
not
that
going to
didn't
work. It's not going to work with fireball. I'm not even going to try. It's not going to work.
You should have been here for that session, B.
Out of character, I'm gonna say you guys do have that coin. Could help.
But it's at this point the coin's always talked automatically. So yeah, Tox, just bring the coin out and just kind of tap it a bit.
I mean, okay. I'll just kind of stupidly try to tap the coin to get it to talk.
The coin
try.
talks, and the coin says, okay, by now you should have had enough time to get in there and drink from the tank. You should be remembering now, but it may take you a while. The short version is, and then there's just a fuckload of static.
Fuck. Well, we didn't drink from the tank, so.
All right.
Did it just? Is there no pause button on it? It just continued talking.
No, it's right now. It's just staticking. Now it's staticking, and you two are trying to figure out the door.
All right. Hold on.
This is my nightmare.
Right now, it's telling you all of the details of the story while you are trying to figure out the puzzle.
We need 7 numbers.
Again, if I really intentionally like take
how
my time,
many? No, hold on. How many numbers of the combination are on the lock?
What? What's your what?
Like the wheel of the lock.
Mm-hmm.
How many characters are on it?
It's like a 7-pin like vault lock that you use as a wheel, and then there's a screen above it, and that you're just like selecting a letter.
Yeah, but how many letters are there?
How many
26?
letters? 26. If that's the amount that are in the alphabet. Don't trick me, Toxic.
So, no, Matt, hear me out here.
He's like 24.
So, the original,
and then
like,
0 through 9, I assume.
That the
That's not a number.
That the watch or the little fucking thing said was going clockwise. Pick every 5th orb. And if it's too hot, then you go the other direction. So what if we start at the starting point, right? And pick every 5 until we get 7, going in a clockwise direction, and see if that's correct.
I thought the orbs were part of the room, not a part of the safe. Are the orbs a part of a safe?
I don't know, but that was a clue that maybe that's part of the code. I don't fucking know. It's better than sticking your ear up against it.
At this point, you guys know that about half of your time has passed, just so you have like a...
Yeah. All right. I guess I would take my time to try to replicate what that message said. And I would really do like an intentional investigation check.
Yeah, I'll give you your advantage on that. You can do me an advantage. Do like intelligence saving throw or intelligence check if for some reason saving throw is worse for you. But this feels like intelligence based to me. Or if for some reason, you know what, I'll give you, if you have a history proficiency, you can use that.
I actually do have a history proficiency.
Then you can use your history proficiency. Make me a history check.
So then I rolled a 18.
You follow the you recall, like, even though I broke off at some point, the message didn't. It gave you that whole situation. So you follow that whole thing down to a T. And with the way that the lock was, it wasn't starting at the primary letter. And so when you are finished, the word that you have spelt out is McDonald, and the light clicks and the vault opens, and inside you see a room.
Who the fuck is Angus then? I have so many questions.
Angus
His
is
last name's McDonald.
His last name is McDonald.
But then why is his password?
It's not his password, it's her password.
Why is her password McDonald?
Maybe she just has a goldfish brain.
Hold on, wouldn't McDonald be 8 letters?
It's not MacDonald.
McDonald.
Did I just misspell it? Okay, I did. Well, I counted that out wrong. That's my B. I just counted it out wrong. I don't think you would have gotten to that with the way we were speaking anyway, but if you would have, I apologize.
We're 100% going to guess McDonald. Nope, not at all.
I didn't think so. It was never a part of the conversation, even though other lettered words were. So that's my bad. I even wrote it down and counted while you guys were talking. I was like, cool.
I mean, you didn't think I was going to guess Angus last time, so I mean, there was a chance.
That's true. That's true. So that's on both of us then. Anyway, probably just on me. The door opens. Doesn't matter. You figured it out. Good job. You did a code and it figured it out. And then I put McDonald. It puts McDonald. and then you're like looking at it and you're like, what the fuck? And the door opens.
No. There's some websites where you put the password in and it's like, it's too long. Like I picked a password one time for my my bank sequence thing and it was like, it cut off the last character and I was like, shit.
That ruins it.
It
yeah,
was
exactly.
Gonna be Davenport, but it was just too many letters.
Davenport.
Davenport. It's Davenport.
Davenport.
Davenport's eight letters too.
It's Davenport.
It is.
That's funny as fuck. It should have been Davenport.
Lesser known cousin. Davenport.
Edgar Allan Poe's lesser known cousin, Davenport. Okay. You open the door. On the other side of the door is a small office. This office contains a desk, some bookshelves, pictures.
Oh my god, hold on. Pause. I'm gonna lose this if I don't say it. If we talk to Lucretia again, Tim, you need to totally tell her you could give her the D for her password.
You can do that before she kills you.
MacDonald, and you could say, I got your password, it was MacDonald. And she's like, no, it was MacDonald. And you're like, I know.
After I give you
because I got the D. Anyway, you open the door, there's a desk and bookshelves and pictures. And they're all kind of staticky. It's really difficult to see what is on them. And the far wall of the room, a lot smaller than you've seen before, is filled with green brackish fluid, and inside a shadowy figure that you can't quite perceive.
Interesting. I'm gonna pull out the little coin again and tap it.
Nothing comes from the coin. The static did finally stop just like a couple minutes ago. It was going for honestly a sad amount of time.
I just imagine it starts playing Jeopardy music even though there's no Jeopardy.
Yeah, you feel like you missed out on maybe the first shot at learning what everything that happened to you just now.
All right. Well, I feel like it's time to do another investigation check of some type and be intentional again. Try to see if we can decipher what we need to find in this room. Or actually, could I just ask Angus, what do we need to find in here? What are we looking for?
As you're looking around the room, you're tapping the coin. You go back to talk to Angus, and what you see is Angus actually climbing a little ladder. towards the top of the tank that you can't quite see into. And it looks like he's just sort of being drawn there, but you can't quite tell what.
I'm making an Arcana check?
Sure.
Or it would be a history check. I don't know what's the appropriate. Probably be a history check to see if I can see what's drawing him there.
I just call it a perception or investigation, whichever you prefer. Because this feels like observation over.
All right, I guess I'll do perception, but my perception's not great, so 18. I actually rolled higher than my passive perception for once.
He seems to be lost in a daze, is what I will give you while he is doing this.
Can I try to get him down from the ladder? Because this is obviously, I don't feel like this is something that's supposed to happen.
Yeah, you grab onto his, like, the back of his tweed coat, and he stops. He looks down. He's like,
what are you doing? I'm just gonna ask him, what are you doing?
I have such a feeling that this is why we're here. We need to, don't you? The coin said that we should have drank from it by then. We were kind of wicked behind, it seems, but tank, it just seems like what this is all leading to, no?
We don't know
see
what
anything
that is.
in the tank?
Do we see anything in the tank? Is there a fish?
You do, but it, like, as your brain processes its form, it immediately, like, is expelling it. You can't, like, keep the information in your brain long enough to even understand what you see. It's just not processing the sight. Yeah, exactly. It's statically like everything else.
How thick does this glass look? Or whatever is.
I mean, pretty thick. Pretty thick.
It's thick with 3 C's.
Thick.
Damn.
You mull over the coin in your hand as you're checking out the things. I'll give you, it sparks back up. Let's see. It is staticked. Comes in between, like, several statics, and it says, so you should be able to, and now that we're all on the, and as it's staticking, the tank in front of you is lighting up. Like, each time a static, like, triggers in that recording, a light triggers in the tank in front of you.
Can I go bring the transmitter up to it and just hold the transmitter up to the glass every time they're static to see if we can see into the tank
I mean,
easier?
the same thing sort of happens. As you're focused on this, Korik, on the desk, what you can see is there is, like, the desk is cleared off, and in the center of the desk, like, a bunch of paperwork around it, but there is a, like, arcane circle of runes drawn, and then a bright white glowing, like, it's probably not a cross, but, like, I don't know, tree of life holy symbol floating above the desk that you would recognize as the thing that is keeping Angus, quote unquote, from materializing on this. This is like that holy symbol you guys are after is also in this office.
Okay, so that didn't do anything.
As the crackling in the light, or sorry, the crackling in the coin is setting off little lights in the tank. What I will say is that a small bell begins to ding above the tank. It's light, but it is ringing. It begins to, like, ring, 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 bouncing back and forth.
That's the animus bell.
It does not look, I will say, just to, like, clear, it does not look like the animus bell. It is a small bell, but it is not the, this is not the animus bell. You guys took care of the animus bell. What are you talking about?
I don't know. This is a lot of plot twists in this campaign. You fucking thing could come back.
I know. I'm just
people we just killed in Wonderland. I don't know.
I'm just trying to sow doubt.
Yeah, one of them blew themselves up.
One of them blew themselves.
Maybe one of them could still be alive. I don't know.
The other one absorbed into your umbrella.
That is true. One of them did indeed absorb into my umbrella. So one of them is somewhere.
Down the hall, you begin to hear rustling from behind you, as if there is folks coming. And Angus says, "I think we got to find out what's in this tank."
All right, I guess we gotta
grab
go
the glowing relic.
Give me Arcana check, Korik. And what did you say, Tim? You guess you're what?
I was gonna go drink from the. I was gonna go drink from the water because it said to drink from the water.
You grab the relic and you stuff it into your bag, and you rush over here. Its light seems to dim out.
Hold on, I put the relic in my my pouch of shared holding.
Okay.
With Yi.
Its light dims out as you do that, and the normal color returns to this room, although a bit dimmer. The reds are brown, the greens are not. It's brown also. Hard to say when you lose color.
You've made a brown room.
Everything's brown, except for the green ichor of the void fish
I think
tank.
you just found the sewers. Congrats, guys.
How hurried are they in coming to get us?
Hurried behind you. They're coming.
Okay. Well, how many times? No. How many times can I use my wand again? Is it 3
We
times?
said 3 times before a long rest.
I've used it twice.
Yeah, you do have one more portal.
How far down the hallway are they?
Perception check.
Well, you closed the portal though, so if you can only use it 3 times, you can't. There's There's no other.
No,
opening.
we said one portal made.
And it can only connect to the last portal made, and he closed the last portal made because he wanted them to not come back.
What else can I do?
I got this.
I mean, you're about to drink. You could drink from the tank.
I cast Wall of Thorns in the hallway so they can't see past it.
Hell yeah. You cast Wall of Thorns. It tangles the hallway. And after a few moments, you hear some voices begin to, shout on the other side of that Wall of Thorns and begin to try to hack through it.
I think I'm finally going to use this ghostly klaxon.
Okay.
It's time. I think it's time to use it.
A lot of action to drink from a tank.
Well, I need time. I
love it. Blow that horn.
I don't know. I haven't used it yet. Randomly outfitted with weapons and armor. Okay. All right. Cool. So in I guess, how far down the hallway are they?
Korik, you tell me because you created a wall.
Well, the range is 120 feet.
So 40 feet down the hallway because that's how long the hallway is.
So, also, if they have willingly entered it, I need a dex save.
I mean, they're hacking away. You can say it's causing them damage. I'm not going to have you roll damage yet, but you can. Okay. It is hurting them. They are trying to hack through.
Okay.
So my thing is
they are slowing down also because they're exhausting. It is. The effects are occurring, but it is not the turn by turn combat. I think that we are interested in here.
So this is within 30 feet. Now I want to make sure we have enough time because I think we're just gonna have to drink from this thing and then figure it out. So I blow my klaxon and I summon. I need to roll a d4, right? Yep, so it's non-awakened state.
As there's water gushing out from someplace.
So they don't have any armor, but it's 4 skeletons, and they do 1d4 slashing damage. I was hoping for 4 because they get splint mail and a great sword, and they do 2d6, but whatever. It helps us. And the skeletons are going to be, they're going to form kind of right in after Korik's wall. And then I need to do a charisma save or they're gonna turn hostile to all creatures around them. So, all right, here we go.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Well, my charisma's really high.
That's good. I was more talking about them turning hostile against everything around them.
Well, somehow, do you have your lucky egg, Buddha? I might need to re-roll this.
Give me just a few moments. I'm gonna call my partner and say goodnight to her. She's out of town, and I will be right back.
Oh, good.
What?
He's calling his partner to say goodnight.
I failed to save by 2, so if you can lucky egg now,
I will when we get back. When he gets back. So.
He's just quickly
I'm just gonna
saying
re-roll
goodnight.
it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
6?
So 16, I passed the save. So they will now obey me, and
He's
I guess we gotta.
Here. Yeah, we have to.
I know.
Wait.
I guess we gotta drink from the thing. I'm gonna go to the bathroom while he's gone.
You do that. I know exactly what this thing is too.
Well, I failed my parlay.
Buddha, I really hope you're enjoying these notes because they make no sense to me.
Oh, I'm enjoying the fuck out of them.
I don't know. I wish I could see the sheet because it seems interesting.
I'm pretty sure I gave you access.
No, I never got access. You just created them and never shared them.
I've bolded Angus is no freaking help.
No, B, this is awesome. Thanks for taking the notes for us. This is helping us out a lot. So Buddha can now focus more during his story.
I do feel like I'm missing a lot.
No, you are. I'm reading your notes. You are. From what I've written on previous topics, you are doing great.
Now, if you could do this every session, that'd be great.
I've also my favorite part is the gets cut off by static noises. Then this was apparently just M not wanting to say it all.
Oh yeah, no, M will sometimes do that in the game where he's like, yeah, okay, this is what happens. You guys know what happens, otherwise I don't need to describe it all. When he doesn't need to, he doesn't really want to. I'm already in area 3 of this game. Let's go. Get this story shebang.
My brain hurts.
Does it?
I'm having my headphones on all day.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
All good. We were just talking about how good B is at note taking. Ugh, adjusting how I sit. God, it's already 11.
Oh, it's not 11 here. I was like, holy shit, it's 11?
No, he EST.
No.
Time for bed.
It's 10.
Okay, that is not for me to not explain things. First of all, it is a narrative. It's a narrative bullet point I get to wield when I want to.
Hey, don't harass the royal.
I know. I was itching on the
Don't
phone.
make our scribe quit. We just had them hired.
I know.
So
that was directed at you. She could think whatever she wants.
I passed my con save, so the skeletons will obey me.
Cool.
I mean, I think we got to drink from this liquid. I hate drinking from things I don't know what it is, but
I mean,
I don't know that we have a choice.
Yeah.
Question M: would they be more concerned with the bell, or would the gushing water be more concerning to them?
Gushing water.
These are different tanks, so these guards are after these guys.
Oh, I wasn't sure if it was like Lucretia. That's all. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, no one had in terms of your tank is in a totally different area. They are all anyone on the other side of this thorn wall is absolutely after the people behind Lucretia's desk. Right.
My thing was more of they were like 5 miles from mine, so I wasn't sure if that just wasn't sure if the people coming after them that were rushing after Buddha and Toxic were Lucretia or not, that's all.
Oh, yeah, you know what? They don't know that either.
Okay.
They just know that there's people coming down the hallway, and they have blocked them off and set up some skeletons in between them and them. And it seems like Tim is about to drink.
I don't know what else to do.
I mean, as you turn around, having set up this, I'll say what you see is Lucas at the top of that stairs again, but this time he has drunk, and he is stumbling to...
You mean Angus?
Angus, yes, down the stairs. Angus is stumbling down the stairs, and he is, like, grabbing his head, and he's, like, shaking it. He's like, no, that can't be. You have to drink. Things are about to happen, and there's no stopping them. Once they get through there's not going to be a chance. Drink. And the wall seems to be coming down, though slower because they're taking, damage and poison and whatnot. It is coming down.
I believe him. I guess I'll take a drink.
As you do, your mind races. Many things pass over your mind. Well over, as you are trying to process it, like years and years and years of information. And that doesn't stop. And that keeps going. And you're certain there's like decades of information that is being processed through your brain at this time. And unfortunately, does your skeletons require concentration?
It doesn't say.
No, I doubt they don't then.
It says they last for 10 minutes or until their health reaches 0.
Yeah.
My wall of thorns does.
Yeah.
Well,
you lose your concentration on your... Yeah.
How much exhaustion were they've got while they were going?
Yeah, I mean,
damage?
That's some of it. I'm gonna say that, like, with that and like all of that, the like skeletons are able to even cut down some of the guards, but a few fireballs come through and just sort of exterminate the hallway. And as you guys are like trying to like, in the way that sort of Angus has been sort of stupefied throughout this, you're now like just trying to process the thought in front of you because there's so much flowing into your head all at once because you're remembering just more than you were expecting to. And Angus seems to be dealing with it a little bit better. Maybe that's because of his like in and out of the lich form, having remembered so many times, but he seems to be doing a little bit better. He's telling you to like hold tight, don't fight it. Don't worry about it. We're almost. They're gonna take us to her. And as your skeletons get blown apart by a couple fireballs, a few guards with wands come in, pointing them at the few of you, and armed guards come in and begin escorting you across the lawn, back towards the director's office, or back towards the main section, not the director. I guess the director, the actual director's office, right? Because you got to come back up through the secret tunnels. Yeah. So yes, back towards the director's office. Let's see. Got some stuff.
I feel like she lied to us.
As you guys enter into this main room, you're taken out through her office around the desk. You see that things have been pushed aside, right? Like they force their way through this barricade that you guys made. Actually, let's pause there for a second, because you have moved up this elevator shaft and to the top main floor of the building. As you come out of the building, what you see is the regulators that you know, Carrie, Killian, a few of the other unnamed ones that we haven't named but have been around, fighting forces they can't see, similar to the way that you were down there. Some of them are being cut and slashed, and others seem to be gaining the upper hand on an invisible force that they can't see. But either way, you can surmise from looking in on this from across that they are being overwhelmed pretty drastically by these forces. What do you want to do?
So I can tell that they're getting easily overdone by it.
Yeah, they seem to be forming up outside of the director's dome, but they're outside right now, not able to either pass something to get in or get in themselves or stop whatever it is from getting in. You can't quite tell because with invisible enemies like this many, you don't know what your allies are doing quite yet.
And it's like the invisible enemies like right in front of the door, it looks like as they're
as you saw like 40 of them. Excuse me. As you saw like 40 of them downstairs, you can imagine that there's
way more up here.
Way more up here, exactly. So you don't quite maybe some are in front of the door. It's really hard. You could surmise that you have less allies than enemies up here though, for easily.
Yi is going to first try and make himself invisible. Like, not invisible, but like hide from what best he can.
Sure.
And we'll still. So that is a 16 to try hide himself and try to sneak past to try get into the door without being noticed by anyone.
Yeah. What'd you say that was? 16?
16, yes.
As you sneak past a lot of this, towards the edge of the base, in between a few of the buildings, and towards the door, but a lot of this fight seems to be shoring up around the door. At this point, you can sense that maybe the regulators and other folks of the base are maybe attempting to protect this door, though it's hard to say. And as you get near behind them, Carrie says, Yi, you're not an American. And then as she's talking to you, a slash appears down her chest, and she like gurgles a little bit of blood and falls into a heap.
Damn.
I'm sorry for your loss.
But you're at the door.
Can I see in the door or no?
No, but you could throw it open and walk in. Or you can...
He seeing this chaos knows that it's probably something going on inside that door too. Doesn't know what, but he's smart enough to go, I know either that there's probably more of these guys in there waiting to ambush me. Because he's already been ambushed once. He's not going to take chance of getting ambushed twice. So he's going to gently creak, like, as quiet as possible, open the door, like, to peek inside.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And we're going to flash back a few more minutes into the past as Tim and Korik are pulled from the director's office and out into the main thoroughfare alongside Lucas, because the concentration has been broken due to the drinking of the void fish Ichor.
Oh, the concentration was broke when I cast Wall of Thorns, so...
Oh,
Angus.
Okay. Indeed, then Angus
sorry,
I keep saying a different name that actually isn't important, and I shouldn't be mixing them up at all. It's not an important name. It's Angus.
Like the beef.
I like Angus far more than any other character anyway. Plus, you guys dealt with shitty Lucas. Angus... As you guys enter this room, Angus throws back an elbow and hits the guard behind him, and the guard is thrown off for just a second, and Angus dead sprints across this room. It looks like he's beelining directly towards Lucretia, but Davenport steps in the way, and the two of these guys tussle, falling to the ground and like rolling over one another for a moment before the guards are able to catch up and pull Angus off and then back into line with the rest of you guys. And Korik, you hear whispered under his breath as the room is getting reset. You can hear, I'm gonna get my names right for the rest of this, I swear to God. Angus whisper, drink. And Lucretia says, what was that? And he says, it's time to tell them, Lucretia. You need to tell them what is going on. She says, I know.
Tell us what?
You drank the ichor, didn't you? And as you recall leaving the room, you remember seeing a baby voidfish, a smaller voidfish in that tank.
Oh shit.
Yes,
my child.
Is there a way for me, if I unzip my fanny pack, to try to like stick my arm inside of it to try to get Yee's attention through the other side of it?
I don't think so.
That'd be a pretty high, I think, strength DC.
I think it's.
I'm okay with you trying to get his attention. Let's give me a. Why don't you give me a stealth check to try to do it without getting Lucretia's attention? I think you could get his attention. I don't think you could pull one another through it, but I think that you might be able to get his attention.
Dirty 20.
You reach your hand in there and you fire off some, we'll say like druidcraft. And Yee, you can, as you're sneaking away from this door, you hear, oh no, as you're like sneaking towards this door and towards the group, you can hear a little bit of like crackling and popping in your fanny pack.
Okay. Well, that's never happened before. That's he's gonna try. Well, like very quiet, sneakily, as he thinks he has drawn no attention to himself at the moment of this time, to look in the pack.
Yeah, I guess you see some lights going off. You know they're cast by Korik. What's the goal of getting his attention?
Just to kind of like alert him, because I don't know where exactly he is. Because as far as I know, we just separated when we left the shop, and since this has never happened before, I want him to be alerted to, oh fuck, what's going on.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I'll say that you can sense that as an alert from Korik as you're approaching this door behind Carrie, before she's even been cut down, right? Before that she's noticed you, right. Before anything else. You do that, Korik?
Okay.
Lucretia says, You're right. You're right, Lucas. I think it's time.
Angus.
Damn it! Said I would get him
Lucas
right.
is the one who got taken away by Grim
Lucas
Reaper.
sucks ass anyway. Angus, you're right, Angus. I think it's time. Do they know anything yet? And he says they're trying to process. Just tell them, so they don't like. It's too much, Lucretia. And she says, I know. And she looks you over with a sense of love, a sense of deep connection, and of regret. And she says, you may have already figured this out, but we aren't from here. You, me, Yee, wherever he is. The seven of us, we formed a team to explore the boundaries between the planar system, to go out and see what more there was beyond our stars. But on the day that we left, something went so critically wrong, and we lost our home. We haven't been able to find it since, and some tears begin to like well up in the sides of her eyes, and she says, we were pursued by a destructive force beyond measure, beyond comprehension. We tried, what must have been 100 times to escape this thing. A century of loss and of turmoil. And when we came here, we thought we had finally done it. We thought, split the light of creation so that it can't find it. I thought this was a bad idea, but I was overruled.
I blame Davenport.
Once, let's see. I decided to try to fix our mistake on my own. I fed the Voidfish's child a record of our events to give me time to find the relics and bring them back together to make up for our mistake. But some were affected farther than others, and no one, save those of us that made these relics, were able to contain them. So it wasn't until I found you three that I thought we even had a chance. And now that we have all of the relics, all 7, and you look over at Lucretia, and she has this, like, bubble around her, and she's holding her white oak staff. She's leaning over the anima spell that you just noticed for the first time. And it clicks in your head. Of course. There's 2 relics right there. The white oak staff that Lucretia made, and the anima spell. And now that I have all 7, I can put them back together. Except Loop. And she looks down at Angus, who, as you guys look over, he is weeping silently to himself. And she says, I'm so sorry. We lost Loop. I don't know what happened to her. And as she says this, while Angus is weeping, Tim, you feel that your cheeks are also wet. And as you, like, reach up, you realize that you're crying as she says this. And she says,
if the umbrella ate Loop. That's why it was trying to
the
tell me.
7 of us, the 6 of us, under the guise and the eye of our passionate and incredible captain, left our world to figure it out. But the rest of you had so much more for yourselves. As for our captain, it was his entire life. And so unfortunately, when I fed the records of our mission to the Voidfish, all you were able to keep was your names. And then there's a clatter, and all of you look up. And Lucretia's face turns from sadness and regret that she is feeling, like true sadness and regret, to shock and light terror, as what you see is Davenport standing with a little empty phial of glass put to his lips. The clatter of the platter of coins and gashapon tokens scrolling across the floor as he's dropped this platter. Seemingly he had that in his hands, ready to pay you guys after whatever debacle was about to go down. And he looks up, wiping the voidfish's ichor from the side of his lips, and he says, "Lucretia, what have you done?" And the door creaks open as Yi peeks through, but it is thrown open beyond your measure, Yi, from behind you, as you can feel dozens of arms reach up and grab it as you do and rip it open. And everyone can see now through the outside Killian and Carrie fighting invisible forces all over the place. Yi sneaking in through the door, the still black sky behind them, and a pillar cut down through that black sky and beyond the moon base to the earth below, as the army of the hunger begins to spread out over the world. It is the end of the world for the 102nd time.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
And that's where we're going to end for tonight, because we have some flashback to do before we can end the world properly.
Before we do that, can I just draw from my deck?
Well done, guys. I have some packs to do before I end. So
wait.
I'm gonna do that.
Why?
What?
I want to see if I can give us more time by resetting us to a certain time.
God damn it.
No. You can take that at because when we pick back up, like we're gonna do quite a bit before we get back to this exact moment in time, but we're gonna pick back up at this exact moment in time. So then maybe, and then we can see what that happens to our story. But what we do in between now and that time we pick back up is going to be important to inform what you want to do if you pull that card. Right?
Okay.
So yes, you can do that, but I want you to know what happens next first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I just wasn't sure how what was going to be next. Other than
we'll
that,
see if you want to after we do what, you know what I mean? Like, we'll get through what's next, and then it could still be on the table.
Right.
What do you guys think? Oh, he's doing a pack. I'll wait till he comes back.
Yeah, no. This is interesting.
I like it.
I am interested to see what next session will be like with that little flashback.
Yeah.
Perish. What I need to do.
Yeah, it's
If I missed anything, which I'm sure I did, add it.
I appreciate you. That was a
like,
cool one to take notes
listening.
on.
Yeah, thank you so much, B. Like, even if you never do it again, this one was one that was epic.
We needed everybody's full attention on this one.
That was a good one. That was a good one to take notes on.
Yeah.
I noticed that there's like a whole section that's missing.
Oh, I have missed like my notes for one session were literally like we entered a cave, we got the relic, like that was it. I missed 5 hours in between, so it's
that's okay. We have it all on recording, so
yeah. Like Em always goes back and rewatches episodes. I've watched highlights.
It's true.
I don't know if the other two have, but yeah.
I don't, but because I trust Buddha's notes half the time, because he is usually the note taker.
Your brain is almost better than my notes. Jesus Christ, dude! You remember everything.
You remembered
I'll
some
be honest,
wild
I
shit.
remember things I want to remember.
It's some helpful
even
stuff,
some made up
though.
things, because it's like M's like, that's not true at all. Okay, now that he's no longer in the mannequin, hypothetically, if I what could I have killed the mannequin but kept his soul alive?
I have had to think about layers of all of this because I actually thought about the chaos that you might cause when you thought that he possibly had another body. So I've had to actually think about layers of all of this. I'm not going to answer that yet because I've thought about all of this. It's helped me tie together a bunch of down the line things.
I respect that answer. Just it was very, very, very much in the cards tonight. Instead of me ripping his arm off, just fucking casting blight straight on him.
Yeah.
Just to be like, no, fuck you, I'm killing you. Just as
it
like
always depends on the moment. It always like if it would have been at the very beginning, then it would have been a different conversation than it would have been after he found his new body, right? Like there's always a different conversation. It just totally depends on the moment.
You're welcome, by the way, because if my perception wasn't so fucking awesome, we could have just walked right past that dude.
That's true.
I don't think anyone else was saying, "Oh, let's go talk to the store." So
that's true.
You owe me.
It didn't matter either way. I was going to get a body from
I was gonna get a body.
Could have been 3 sessions from now.
Yeah, and
yeah, we
could. 3 sessions, I could deal chaos in a wooden body.
All right. Other hypothetical that I believe you could answer this to me. All right, so we're in battle, right?
Yeah.
Would it have been an action to rip Yi's arm off and bludgeon an enemy with it, or could I have done that in one action?
If Yi opposes it, it takes your action to rip his arm off because you have to contest it. If he doesn't oppose it, it's free action. So you have to be on a good ally team to use.
Because if I wild shaped, any melee action I do would have gotten extra poison damage. So
sure.
And I don't have my weapons when I wild shape.
Also true.
So I could have grabbed his fucking arm. Like, what would have been the extra? Like, would it have done extra damage rather than just like a regular bludgeoning punch?
I feel like you would have just destroyed my arm.
Weapon.
I'm back. Sorry, guys. I was ending my stream.
Oh, good.
Oh, you're good.
It's all good. We're just talking about Yi's body.
It would have been an improvised weapon. I don't know what that is called in the end, or I think it's like 1d4 unless you have any additional.
I think
like,
if you.
Stuff.
I'm asking what it would have been if I wanted to grab Yi's arm off of him while he was the mannequin and bludgeon an enemy with it.
1d4 plus strength. As far as damage goes, it would have been an action if Yi agreed with it. It would have been 2 turns virtually if Yi disagrees with it, because he would fight you the first turn, and you'd have to succeed the first turn. The second turn would be you just swinging. And then the damage would be 1d4 plus strength.
Question, would they be able to tell that it's Yi and his new... Well, of course the other two are, but like... Would, like, Lucretia be able to tell?
2 people would be able to tell.
3 technically, but yeah.
6 people in total would be able to tell.
Okay.
Lucretia, Angus, Tim, and Korik are 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other 2 are the void fish.
I am gonna get my child back.
Oh wait, fuck, am I missing anyone?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. And Davenport. Don't forget Davenport.
I don't know why, but I want to fight Davenport so bad.
Davenport is your captain, and that has now been revealed.
I just love Davenport just straight up talking.
Yeah, I know,
after
right?
so long.
I know, right?
I missed the fact that B said she was going away. And I was so, like, enthralled with that last monologue. I don't remember all of it, so none of it made the notes.
It's in the recording.
Are you talking about what Davenport said?
Personally, I would go back and just do a quick listen, because that's fire. That felt like a good moment.
That was awesome.
I was on it. That felt good.
I love Davenport's reaction was, let me drink this.
If you go back and listen, he got commanded to drink that by Angus. Angus McDonald got his he said drink early on, and he cast the spell command for That is why when he got into the room, when he broke free, he was able to pass a little vial of liquid along. That's the only reason he was able to do this, because he broke free. It was through a bunch of checks.
So, is this what Yi's been slowly learning about from the other Voidfish as the other two are struggling to understand it?
Yeah, this is going to be easier for Yi because...
I'm going to re-listen to this right now. Take notes. You guys have a
good
good night.
Yeah,
right,
you
Buddha,
too.
you too.
Wait, before you go. Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I just wanted to say that I did make it a point in the notes to mention that you called Angus Lucas.
I am bad at it. I just keep doing it, and it's like not even in any of these
notes
pages.
are so fancy now. They have bolds and some italicized things.
Lucas is
Really?
so gone.
B, would you like to continue being our note taker for the next couple sessions if you can?
Yo, okay.
I will seriously think about it, because I felt like so lost. Like, what am I supposed to write?
Just whatever you think is very important.
No, I mean, I'm certain that whatever you wrote, like, it could be even more interesting from the point of view of a person who is not in the story. That honestly could
Buddha,
make
just
for
when
some good
you
notes.
get a chance, do you mind sharing those notes with me?
Yeah, I will.
I just have one more little blurb to read over real quick for you guys to wrap up this evening, and it is that as the camera pauses on this mess of chaos outside, and everyone is in a sort of stuck still moment, we can see behind, and we zoom in into Lucretia's open office. You can see the portrait of 7 people in uniform. Red coats and robes donned them. An elven woman. Nope, I'm going to have to give me 1 second. A human woman who looks so much like Angus. And she has her arm around Tim. They're both smiling. Angus, front and center, is smiling brightly for the picture. Coric and Davenport standing side by side with their shirt sleeves rolled up, laughing and flexing, striking a pose. Yi standing behind them, smiling, waving, slightly goofy, slightly covered in shadow. In the middle of this crew, with the same cautious smile you've seen hanging over her office for a year now, is Lucretia. She's holding her journals and surrounded by friends. If you were in that office still, you could see it all now. You could see the 7 of you celebrating a rare moment of peace and happiness during their harrowing journey. But it's time to remember this moment now and all the others that have brought you to where you are today. It is time to reclaim your stolen century. And the next arc will be the stolen century.
Century?
Yeah. When I said there was a lot of time to cover, I meant there was a lot of time to cover.
So, I know you said, Buddha, the 23rd you couldn't. How would you guys feel about the 16th, next Monday?
I could probably do next Monday myself.
Next Monday is going to be hard. I have a work event on Tuesday, a work event on Thursday. I could maybe make it work, but like my work event is from like
I can do the 30th because then I'm out. I can't do the 7th.
7th? Oh, the following Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I can do the 30th.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely. I just wanted to get a feel of how everybody was looking.
I'll queue up for the 30th.
Next Monday.
Just in case
we'll
next
just
Monday
figure it out
work.
through chat later on.
No doubt. GG's, y'all. Next time we're going to start in that weird shit that I sent you guys off back in Discord. It's going to be a different game, narratively focused on figuring out what happened in this Literal 100 years. I promise you we're not going to do every single year. But when we focus in upon a year, it will be like directly focused on that area. That'll all make sense as we do it. But we're not going to do like 100 different years of this shit. It's just going to be some like fun story
per year.
We have, jokes on you, we have 102 sessions. No, because now technically we're going into the past. So if you really want to level, you can level down to level -1.
No, I just actually want to just play around with the feats and stuff like that, and learn.
You want to check out M's cool homebrew shit, don't you?
You can't. You're gonna be able to flex all of that. I mean, you can poke around in all of that all you want, but like we're not like using these level, whatever.
This character sheet's not even gonna be fucking existing next session.
Yeah. Keep it. Definitely keep it, please, because after the next session, you're gonna, or after the next like arc area, you're gonna spend all the stuff you earn to like enhance your current character to make the last arc.
Maybe the last arc.
That, you know what I mean? Like you can get through it now with your power ups and your level ups and your whatnots. So yes. You're just
I just love the gamble.
You can level up, but you don't know, like I'll say right now, I don't know how many times that will be. At a minimum, it is 1. But beyond that, I don't know everything else you earn beyond this will be how you respond to the prompts I give you. So when I'll grant you either experience, asset, or bond. Those will be the 3 like things you can earn, and that will be trade-inable. Experience for levels or other stuff. Assets for items or like specific advantage during this time, which we'll explain down the line, and bonds for like creating extra special bonuses for end of session, like end of campaign, like help, basically. It'll be a little bit more laid out for you down the line, but you can fucks around with all that if you're talking like on paper, but you're not going to be like level 14 Korik while we're doing the next few things, so you're not really going to be like casting those spells or doing those things if you're talking narratively, unfortunately.
Okay.
It does seem like it'll be very interesting to do them. So we're making a character sheet with just those 3 modifiers.
Yes, mind, body. I think it was heart.
Heart. Mind, body, heart.
Make it based on where you think your characters were at when we started, or like where you think, like who you think your character is based on the mind, body, heart situation. It doesn't need to be where we started. It could be, anywhere along the line, but your character in that skew. Okay. And then we'll have some fun. It'll be cool. It'll be really cool. And then
this is I can't believe we've been going for 2 years. I'll be honest.
No, and we are actually like super close to the end of a campaign, so I'm already like putting in some thoughts to what we do when we finish.
What are you talking about? We're doing Pokemon.
I know. I'm trying to finish the Pokedex.
I think he's talking about even after Pokemon.
I gotta finish. I gotta make a Pokemon trainer as a class. I gotta figure it out. Exactly.
There are some Pokemon things you can probably find online.
Can you limit it
to help
like
too?
151 Pokemon?
I sure can and am. Don't you worry about that.
Don't worry.
I only want to make
151. He has the whole Pokedex.
You should play with us.
Yeah,
I'm down. More people can join. I'm still working on making the Pokedex and the Pokemon trainer, but D&D Pokemon.
Yeah, D&D Pokemon's happening. It's the thing.
So, B, I want to point out that the whole reason this campaign started is through Twitter. That is the whole reason this has started.
Yeah, M made a choose your own adventure like poll on Twitter roughly 2+ years ago,